Welcome back. Whiskey and Wisdom, episode number 38. And as always, man, it's brought to you by the good brothers, myself, Bruce. And as always, I'm joined with Mike.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Tyrone, what it do?
What up, what up?
And we in the building, man. We just gonna go ahead and kick it like we always do, man. But we gotta get the bottles right, man. You know, as always, we always gotta make sure we hold up the right way. Man, it's been a good week this week, long week. I could probably speak for the room. It's been a better week than it was last week.
Yeah, that's for sure.
You know
Absolutely.
what I mean?
That's for sure.
But I'm trying to contain my excitement, man. I'm excited because we all in the same situations now, boys.
Y'all in trouble. I was gonna tell y'all right now, y'all in trouble.
That's a long time coming, man. It's
Yes,
a long
sir.
time coming, bro. But we made it.
Nigga, we made it. Man, if y'all haven't gathered, man, we got together, man. We had that jerk chicken. we sponsor today.
Yeah, sponsored by Lee's Kitchen and Mums, man. Go holler at those spots if y'all in the NC area, man.
Yes, sir.
Damn right, man. Damn right. Man, how should we start this mug off, man? It's the first time in a long time we able to link up like the Power Rangers.
Voltron connected, man.
This is a special one right here, man. This is a special one.
For sure. How y'all brothers doing, man? That's the first thing. How y'all doing, man? I know.
Man. I'm blessed. I'm blessed, bro. I'm super blessed now. I got all my brothers in the same room. You know what I'm saying?
No, hey, man,
That's
true
an
work.
added blessing.
True,
Yes, sir.
On top of the blessings I already incurred this week.
Yes,
true,
sir.
true words never been said, man.
How about you,
Facts.
brother? How you feeling?
Hey, man, I don't really want to keep taking Ty's words. Every time I talk after him, man, I don't want to repeat. I don't want to be the repeater, man. I don't want to be the parrot in the room. But nah, it's some blessings all around, man. Even with the current times that we're in, man, you just got to take the blessings when they come and just appreciate them, because you just never know.
Yeah.
So, and people are unfortunately losing their lives every day, man. So the most important thing is just to appreciate what you have in front of you and appreciate the things that are coming your way, because they can be gone tomorrow.
Hey,
That's a fact, right?
it's the reason he called Pastor Mike.
That's a fact. Straight up. Straight
Great
up.
like that.
Straight
Oh
up.
man, pass that collection plate then.
Hey, well, like you said on the artist talk, giving them bags.
Hey, speaking of pastors, be getting them bags. If y'all don't think pastors ain't getting these bags, y'all
Hey.
sadly mistaken.
Check out Queflo. How you say it?
Creflo
Creflo
Dollar
Dollar?
got a
Yeah.
jet.
Yeah.
Y'all keep going and giving him 10%. He gonna fly his ass right around here.
Damn right.
Flying over all of y'all on the way in.
He in Montego Bay right now, chilling on the jet.
Damn right.
Yep. How you doing over there, Bruce? You had a good week? How you
Hey,
feeling,
look, I was
bro?
wondering if somebody gonna ask him, man. I know how
I got you, man.
I know how Button be feeling, man. He be asking
I
the
got
room
you,
some
man.
shit,
I got you, man.
and they don't ever come back to him.
And true that, because I was damn sure about to say something else. But I was like, yeah, damn, how Bruce doing?
I'm good, man. I'm good, man. I'm blessed to be here another day, and to spend time with friends and family is always a blessing. So definitely good, bro. And Liverpool won, man. So we starting off the season well. You got
Okay,
3 points
okay.
this week, man.
Word.
Yes,
Okay,
sir. Yes,
okay,
sir.
Okay.
Man, so what was you about to say though?
Oh, Mike had mentioned, the repetition of the blessed thing going around, and then if there's anything that can be repeated, it's blessings, man. Because we all want blessings, and you put yourself in a room with people being blessed. A lot of times it brushes off, and it goes. That energy pours over to who you spend your time with. So don't ever feel like you can't repeat a blessing, bruh. Because we all need that, especially today, if not even more than any other day.
Yeah.
That's a fact.
Yeah.
That's a fact. 100%.
Well, I'll tell you somebody who's looking for some blessings, boy. Them people in them radio stations. We put the poll out last week. We asked y'all, what do y'all think the radio will be in the next 5 years, whether it be dead or alive? And 62% of y'all are with me and Ty on this one, and think that the radios is about the way out. They on their way out. Any thoughts and feelings on that, Mike? Because you was the one who said you felt a little differently about it now.
Yeah, I do, only because just because of the radio is one of the main media platforms that people can get their news from. Everybody doesn't have access to the internet. People don't have. Some people don't even have a computer in their home, which is crazy to say in 2020.
Yeah.
But I did say I didn't think it was going to be a chance, but some people didn't agree with me, which is cool. But I mean, we'll have to see how it plays out. I mean, everybody can't have a radio deal or be paid by the radio or get in that radio station deal. So yeah, I mean, we just
You want to go straight to it?
I'm about to say you taking us there, damn near.
I mean, we can, man. We can, man. I mean, I just think the radio is one of those last of the dying breeds where there are a few people that are still maintaining and making a livelihood off of it. iHeart being one. And one of their, I'm not going to start off calling names. One of their employees.
Leonard.
Yeah.
Ain't it his name? Leonard?
Leonard McKelvey. That's his name.
Hold on, I got you right here.
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all. And
Hey,
I'm
shout out to
black,
y'all,
and I'm black,
man.
and I'm
Shout out to y'all, man. Y'all, and look, I'm not going to here try to demean anybody's thing, but I just don't, I don't like it, man. Earlier this week, Charlamagne made an announcement. He's starting a podcast network.
black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm
It's called the Black Effect Podcast Network.
The Black Effect Podcast Network.
How y'all feel about that? How do y'all feel about that in general?
black, y'all, and I'm blacker than
I don't even know if I got any feelings, bro, to be honest.
You don't care either way.
You don't.
I really don't. I mean, I stopped listening to The Breakfast Club, I don't know, years ago. You know what I'm saying? Nothing. It was repetitive, just like, radio is. You can almost timestamp it. I know we said that in the previous week. Like, if you really pay attention to what, outside of the content or what happened, because it's all news, outside of that, like the music that's playing, I can put together my own playlist. There's no other time to put together your own playlist and listen to what you want to listen to. And outside of that, I like getting, news and people's perspectives of how they perceive different things that happen in the world, which is the only thing that kept me listening to Tom Joyner in the morning on the way to work. And the only thing that's kind of keeping me listening to D.L. Hughley on the way home. But outside of that, the music is definitely not what's keeping somebody like me, intrigued. And I don't know, to take it back to the Breakfast Club though, like their stuff is kind of like, when I was listening to it, it was repetitive. Like they would have like the donkey of the day, and they play these games
They still do.
about.
They still do.
They still
Still all
got the
that
donkey
corny
of the day. Still got people calling in and like putting us in a bad light. I feel. You know what I'm saying? Wasn't it like the paternity test or some stuff or something like that? And
But do you think it's growth though? Like,
no, if is that stuff the same? Even those two items? Is it still on there?
I mean, I know the donkey of the day is on there all day.
Donkey of the Day, the Rumor Report. I mean, it's still the same whack ass bullshit every day.
Just stuff like that takes away more than it enhances us as a culture. And for him to say it's the name that he called it, I didn't see that when I was listening to it, or didn't hear it when I was listening to it, and doesn't sound like much has changed. So I don't unless the content is going to be different or there's a different direction that's unknown at this point. But from what I've seen from the Breakfast Club, yeah.
All right, so let me give you some of the insight on the Black Effect Podcast Network. So basically, this is a joint venture. When you say joint venture with iHeartRadio, that's the employer of Mr. Leonard McCullough.
Yep.
But to me, man, the biggest thing that stood out was the people he put on the network. Keep getting them checks, drink champs,
Please.
'Cause they on everything. Getting that
Shout
check,
out
boy.
Nori and EFM, boy. Y'all know how to draw a contract.
You know what I mean? So they launched the lineup, and it includes Drink Champs. It includes All the Smoke, with Matt Barnes and Steven Jackson.
I didn't see Steven's name with it, but I guess they must have missed him in the press release.
I mean, I guess it's just the Matt Barnes show featuring Stephen A.
I guess so.
Steven Jackson.
I guess so.
85 South, Horrible Decisions, Dropping Gems. I'm just gonna go get you the names. Y'all can look up the hosts of these podcasts. Holding Court, Carefully Reckless, Street Politicians, Hot Happy Mess. Never heard of that one. You got a couple people who got untitled podcasts, meaning they ain't come out yet. Who else we got on here? Because there's no point even going through all of them.
Oh, the biggest one.
Cut to it.
Yep. And the Breakfast Club.
And the Breakfast Club is now on there too. So I mean, what about this? Like, what the things I've given so far? What about that? Is exciting about it or new? Like, what does it really say to you, Mike? Because Tyler's already given us his insight. He thinks this is a joke to be called the Black Effect Podcast Network. But Mike, what are some of the things that you got on this?
Honestly, man, my emotions are mixed here because I want to give Charlamagne props for doing something, but I don't want to give him too much props because it's easy to do the work when you've already been given the tools. It's easy to do the work when you've been given the machine. All you have to do is just hit the button. See, it's a little different when you actually got to do everything out the mud, when you actually got to do everything from scratch. Have you ever engineered your own podcast, Charlamagne? Have you ever edited your own podcast?
Found your own podcast talent. These are all podcasts that already exist.
I'm about to say, it just
These
seems
are
like
your
he's bringing
friends.
people on the team.
These
He's
are
picking a
friends.
team and putting them, he's not really assembling a team. He's just, hey, come on.
These are his friends here.
Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, we friends. Family. But come on, man. You picking people that's already established. You already have a situation where people are going to watch those individuals. They're going to listen to those individuals. Pick somebody that doesn't have a name at all. Don't pick the most recognizable names you can find because of your friends. Seriously?
Now, don't get me wrong. Charlamagne has put on people that we, haven't seen or heard, but they was already still kind of cooking. He just brought them into a different situation. I don't see that as this case because this is a bunch of, like we said, a bunch of established podcasts outside of like the Dwight Howard joint that isn't out. But I mean, this is somebody we already know. Like, it's not doing anything new. I think that was the biggest take for me. The biggest take for me was like, you call this the Black Effect Podcast, but a lot of this shit is on here is just ratchet shit. It's already like pretty much competing with itself.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I'm gonna go to an app. I'm gonna download another app to support these podcasts that already have their own independent situations.
That's already on the app I'm going to now.
Right. So basically, you telling me is that you're curating. That's what that network sounds like. A curation of Black Effect.
Yeah.
It's not a true building of a network.
Yeah.
You just gathered a bunch of podcasts with a bunch of cool people that you know and said, hey guys, let's do this. You got Nori and EFN that have already been doing this for years.
Keep getting them check gang, boy. Keep getting them checks gang.
Like I don't like. I just wish when people, and then I don't like how the rollout of everything. Like the timing of it is nasty. The rollout is nasty. This is the first time y'all guys have been in the studio, and this is the announcement you make.
And that was the last time they was in the studio because the next couple of days it was back at remote. So y'all went in the studio just to record this gloat session, pretty much,
and get it on video for everybody to see.
Yeah,
that's kind of corny to me personally. That's corny, and you only own 50% of your network.
I want to because I didn't see Brilliant Idiots. They're not on the lineup.
This is the wackest podcast on the planet. No, that shit shouldn't be on the damn network. It's going to be probably.
But I mean, it's the Black Effect. It's a white person on that podcast.
And he's not too keen to black people.
He like Jordans.
Every kid in the suburb like Jordans.
I'm just saying, man. Like, to me, is I don't know, man. They call it the Black Effect, and there's no progression. This is the complaint we had with Diddy, and that's why we're keeping it 100 with this one. Diddy did do some good stuff with the Black News, but we making some more entertainment. Well, we're not even making. We're curating some more entertainment shit and putting it on a network that is not owned by anybody black. which is the same argument we can make about revolt. The people profiting from these curations or bring togethers aren't us. And y'all swearing and pushing like, oh, this is black owned. No, it's black curated, white sponsored.
Talk about it, please.
So, I mean, at the end of the day, you can say and do something that's going to make that go away.
Yeah.
Ask Nick Cannon.
Facts. 85 South team was all on the Wild 'N Out crew, wasn't it?
Every last one of them.
Yeah.
And matter of fact, started a podcast because of the notoriety they got off of the Wild 'N Out show. Went on tour together and everything. Now those guys got a podcast. Charlamagne scooped him up. And it's no look. And I love the fact that he got a lot of women on this podcast network. I think black women need to be recognized more in the podcasting industry. Jamel Hood shouldn't be the only one making podcasts. Michelle Obama shouldn't have every person going to see her podcast because she's Michelle Obama. That's not fair either.
Yeah.
On Spotify.
At that.
Spotify gang.
Spotify's nasty too.
You know what this kind of makes me think about, man? And not kind of. It makes me think about, and I thought about it when I saw the announcement, man. I really miss Reggie Osei, Combat Jack.
Rest in peace, Combat.
That's somebody that people don't nearly talk about enough in the black community of podcasting. Because he the godfather. Yeah, he wasn't the first black well, I don't even know can you say it was a black Steps in Juanito or whatever that shit was?
I mean, you can't.
Cypher Sounds and
you kind of can. Cypher Sounds he claim black. Cypher Sounds claim black, but Rosenberg no.
Okay. Well,
Yeah.
I mean, they weren't the first. Let's say they weren't the first of our
culture.
But they made the biggest impact, and a lot of these podcast networks followed in their footsteps heavily. Which to me that's why I looked at the Charlamagne thing, and I'm like, dude, you was with loudspeakers. They independent. That was made by a black man.
Half of the podcasts he has were on loudspeaker.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. So you undercutting what's my man name that run loudspeakers now?
I forgot his name. It's off the tip of my tongue too, but I can't think of his name right now.
Bro, it's like it's disappointing that you gonna take something that this black man built and he wasn't able to see through because he is untimely leaving us, but you're going to try to duplicate what he did by taking the podcast that he helped create. Not curate, create.
Facts.
He was the reason why there's the Reed podcast. He was the reason why we had the Combat Jack show. He was the reason you had a show on a podcast. He's the reason why the Brilliant Idiots exist.
Talk about it.
And you gonna do him a disservice by just kind of like, oh, we're gonna go ahead and grab on y'all. We're gonna grab y'all. Horrible Decisions was loudspeakers, so it was like we're gonna grab y'all. We just, it don't seem like you trying to take what he did and run further with it. You just kind of took his and tried to make your own with it.
Yep. And Chris Morrow is
the
CEO of Loudspeaker, co-founder, and co-founded it with Combat.
Yeah, somebody who's worked with the culture because he used to work with he used to work with Russell Simmons.
Yep. He was hip hop's lawyer.
Yeah. Yeah. So, I mean, it's crazy, bro. It's crazy.
Yeah. I just don't. I'm curious to see how this is going to be in the next year or two. I'm not going to kill it right now, but I'm going to see what those numbers are going to look like. How y'all going to fabricate these numbers if people ain't listening to y'all?
He keep talking all this black stuff, but it don't really be that many black people he work with outside of like artists.
Yeah, like outside of the people that he's sitting across.
Yeah.
Like, we're not touching hands with people that look like us that can make decisions and help us. You know what I'm saying? It's just it's the people that own the building that don't look like us.
Yep.
And that's what I feel like, because I heard today like the rollout and all that situation with this new podcast, and it makes even more sense now, like going back I think 2 weeks now, some of the things that Joe Budden was saying, it kind of resonates now a little bit more, because as I listen to both platforms and the things that they believe in and the things that they're pursuing, there's two completely different mindsets at play. You know, you got one that's all about like the ownership and trying to figure out the legwork so that they can create from top down, you know, like actually being behind the scenes and the things that we don't know about our podcast, like how many people start, you know, how many people listen to the whole end, like how many people are just push and play, how many people are, you know, these are the things that you can go and negotiate with. These are numbers you can take to the table and be like, hey, my podcast is 3 hours and I got 95% that listen to 85% of it. Now you know that they can listen. Now you know you got a crowd of people. I can't give you a number on how many people listen to the Joe Budden podcast. But now you can go to the table and say, I got X amount of people listening to my podcast, and it's 3 hours, sometimes average 2 hours, 2.5 hours. I can get, I don't know how many ads within that time frame. So I can guarantee you that people are going to listen and hear your ad or whatever the case may be, because they're going to listen to 85%. Versus me going to you and saying, hey, like I got 100,000 people that listen. That's all I got. I know I got, and that's probably because you know that they're following you. You don't know that they're listening to you for the duration of your project or your content that you're presenting.
Right.
So, you know, the things, I feel like the things that Joe was after can kind of, well, not kind of, it will definitely separate him, you know, from the conversation, because we're having an ownership conversation versus someone that's after, I feel, a job.
Yeah.
It's basically a job.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It's a job. And you can tell by the questions that they were asking in the interview or the Breakfast Club, whatever you want to call it. The response to Joe Budden. That's what it was. The response to Joe Budden, you can kind of tell that the mindset wasn't clicking. It wasn't the same. You know, it was on a different level and a different layer. And you know, the questions they were asking were more like employees. It wasn't owner type questions. So that's what I kind of gather from it. And you know, I'm not knocking either side. Everybody's not meant to be an owner. Everybody's not meant to have that mindset. Everybody's not meant to be the dude that calls the shots. You know, it is what it is for both lanes. But what I take from it is, you know, we always kind of can put ourselves in these situations where we're not very understanding of the other person's side or what they're trying to get out of the situation or what their motives are, but we attack each other. And, you know, it always, I'm not going to say always, a high percentage of it is my skin versus my skin. You know what I mean? And how are we ever going to get to a place of, you know, we're on the same team no matter what our goals are if every little move we make, we don't fully understand, but we want to comment, or we want an opinion, or we want to voice our opinion. It's cool to voice your opinion, but voice your opinion in a way of like, I don't know the whole thing. Maybe if I knew a little bit more, this is what I would do. Not like you know nothing and this is how you're going to do it. You know what I'm saying? Because you don't know what that person has gone through. You don't know what their motives were to get the contract that they get. Like you don't understand any of that. You're just going off of only things that you see on the surface. You don't get the behind the scenes because you're not involved in it. It's impossible. So that's what I would say to the whole situation, man. It's just, I wish that we could be a little bit more open-minded to each other's situations and not be so quick to go to bat for what we believe in, because we may just not have the same thought process.
That's big facts.
Absolutely.
And work with you. Like, for me, man, they could do whatever they want to do, but we got to stop just blatantly disguising things and saying it's one thing, even though the inner workings of it isn't that.
Right.
Like, that's what my gripe with Charlamagne was. The fact that he called it the Black Effect Podcast Network, and it's a 50-50 from what he's told us is a 50-50 with iHeartRadio, which is owned by Clearheart, which is predominantly white owned.
It's Clear Channel. It's Clear Channel Radio.
Yeah.
So like just stop trying to disguise it like you're doing something for us. Like, you're not really showing a lane, like making it seem like I mean, you're not really doing it. Don't gotta make it black this, black that. Like
Yeah.
that shit's getting corny too.
And why has it got to be named? Why is our
Yeah, like why is all our stuff always gotta be black
It's gotta
news?
be black, so,
black
like-
and Black Effect Podcast Network.
It's like a warning sign.
Yeah.
Like it's black on now, or it's not. Excuse me, it's not black on. It's the black content that we're giving you. It's like
Yeah.
what's the need for that? Like
iHeart told them to name it that way.
there's another
they
reason.
trying to meet they trying to meet a quota.
They're trying to meet a quota. They're trying to get in an industry that they know is actually bubbling right now, and nobody knows any value. Nobody knows the value of a podcast right now.
Well, I mean, we're gonna find out real soon here because there's a lot of deals and willings and stuff like that going around in the back. So
Yeah, for sure.
we're definitely gonna find out what a stream worth.
That's a fact.
If you don't know,
Now
you're
you
about to know.
For sure.
Man, but that's enough beating up on what y'all. Well, I ain't never mind. We're not gonna. We're not
Leonard
gonna.
we
McKelvey.
didn't
We-
call
we-
him two-
we-
We're not gonna look. We're not gonna call him what Mike was calling him the other day. boy.
First of all, I didn't start that. You can blame Webby for that.
Oh man.
You can blame Webby for that.
Let's see, man. What direction we want to go in next, man? Oh, I know where I want to go.
Uh-oh.
Here we go.
Y'all watching the NBA?
Man, I'll be honest. I still ain't watched a full game's length of a game yet, NBA game yet.
No full games yet.
If I add all the like bits and pieces that I've seen, it doesn't equal a whole game.
Dang,
Damn.
Mike.
I watched some games. I'm not gonna lie. I watched mostly all the Laker games. And I've caught up. I did watch Game 7 last night. Raptors and Celtics. That was a really good game. So I've been watching NBA in the bubble for
Okay.
sure.
Well, I'm gonna go back to the time, man. Why you haven't watched the full? Like, what's some of the drawbacks of why you haven't watched the full one?
Probably just what I'll just say my current goals. I'll say that it's not a knock against the NBA. It's not nothing like that. It's just my schedule and the way things have gone here lately within my little family. It doesn't really warrant that type of content. And I get, I don't know. I've kind of fallen away from sports, and I couldn't really tell you why. Like, I used to be the guy that had DirecTV. I had the NFL Sunday package. I had my computer, my phone up, going through the fantasy football, and you know what I'm saying? And, I still have love for my teams that, I root for. Like I said, it's not a knock against it. I was actually trying to figure out, like, how you watch the NBA games and you can see these people's faces. You know what I'm saying? I was trying to figure out, like, yo, I want my face on there. How can I do that? And a couple of my coworkers was telling me, you got to have a VR system and then it's randomized. You know what I'm saying? You got to, I don't know, I guess you submit a request to be on a certain game, and then they randomly put you in for a couple minutes or seconds, or I don't know how that is, but
I know why you want to do it.
Why?
Mike, you know why you want to do it, right?
I got an idea.
That's marketing 101, boy.
Yeah.
Sure.
History final bang!
It ain't no knock against
Hey
what's
man,
going on.
look, I don't see nothing wrong with that. If you throw the shirt on,
Yep.
because they definitely pan into the virtual crowd. I see they, and first of all, they always go to people that got crazy shit on. But throw some crazy shit on, throw the shirt on, like let's
sir.
let's get this, man.
Yep.
Yeah. But yeah, I ain't got no knock against what's going on. I mean, that's probably the to y'all's opinion, or I'm asking this question to you. That's probably the best sport that's kind of rocking with all that's going on, right? Like, they haven't really had many issues. Well, I ain't gonna say that. I know there was a couple.
Yeah.
There's a
Oh,
couple
let's go
springing
there.
about.
We going there.
There's a couple springing about. So
We going there. So you caught the news about somebody having to be escorted from the bubble recently today, right?
And it won't Lou Will either.
it was not Lou Will.
He didn't go back to Magic City.
No, he didn't. It wasn't him.
Hey man, what's my man name? I know his last name, House Jr.
Daniel House
Daniel House
Jr.
Jr.
Man.
Hey, look, Daniel House Jr. was definitely shooting his threes, boy.
History final bang!
He shot it.
Bro, he definitely went there. Then look, they about to call the NBA. This situation at least, love during lockdown. 'Cause
Right?
First of all, the thing is crazy to me about the NBA bubble, man, is that apparently like the families is there now, but you can't stay with your family. Like the players gotta stay independent from their families. How what? So like it's like the reason why I said love during lockdown. It's like love during like a love after lockup. When they meet somebody that's in jail, they get married so they can get the conjugal visits. So like that's what the NBA got, the little family room set up.
Yeah.
Like you gotta go into a family room to spend time with your family, and then you can't see or be around on no more that time. Like,
So do we know any specifics on how that works? What you put in a request? Hey, I need a room.
that's what I'm saying. And like,
from-
do you gotta
from 9
share
to
with
10?
other people? Like,
Like, I don't get it, man. You know, are we COVID testing the families now? We got that amount of tests out there. Like, you know,
I think they did.
that's what I thought. I thought it was testing the families too.
They testing everybody in the bubble because I give the NBA a lot of credit for this. And I don't know how much credit I'm gonna give them for this next thing we're gonna talk about, but I'm gonna give them a lot of credit just for the fact that they stuck to their plan and they stuck to their word. They're testing any and everybody coming in there, and they're taking this bubble seriously because they're trying to, one, keep their revenue going, which is important to them, and they're trying to make sure their players don't get tested because they don't want that hanging over their head. So they're testing any and everybody that's coming in, and they tested everybody's family member who came out. Some people had brought out multiple family members. I think LeBron brought Savannah out. Of course, he's been playing better since then, so you know why.
Well, I mean, apparently not, because it ain't like they can, unless they're gonna go to the visit room.
First of all, it's LeBron. Let's not act like LeBron.
That's true.
Let's not act like LeBron, Kawhi, Paul George. Paul George playing better. I see why now, Paul.
Because he got not
No.
that.
hold on. So there's, so is there
room?
places that you go? Like, is this kind of sectioned off? Like, can they not go into their rooms?
No, apparently not. Nobody's supposed to be going into players'
So the
rooms.
family is in like a whole nother hotel.
A whole
within-
different compound, pretty much.
Wow.
Yeah, they can hang out with their families.
But they can't. You can't go in their room.
Yep.
The players can go in the family room, but the family can't come into the players' room.
Okay, so the player can go over there, but they can't come. With the
Yeah.
players. Okay.
And I guess Mr. House didn't catch the memo on this.
Everybody got the memo.
Everybody,
Except for
I'm
this
sure.
I honestly feel like the Lakers must have sent that woman into that room.
Nah, he was trying to get an extra COVID test at night, man. Come on, man.
And look, somebody paid her off to go in that room, stay for a couple hours.
Because I know she know the rules. I know she's got to know.
And
She's
she ain't
lost
worth
out.
millions, I'm sure of
Big
that.
Right?
He won't worth it to send somebody in that room. And if it was Paul George, it'd be something different. But Danuel House, nah, the Lakers ain't worrying about them, man.
Hey, look, man. All I know is that he was playing a crazy game, bro. So basically, what happened, man, is there's a nurse doing the COVID testing in the bubble, and this said nurse, what's the word that people like to use when they talking about something that might have happened, but they know
allegedly?
happened.
Allegedly.
In air quotes.
Excuse me, I had
Yeah,
I had some. We started off nice, but allegedly, the lady stayed in there a couple of hours. Man, all I know is that. What you think happened in that couple of hours? You think they watched some TV?
She was in there for 4 hours, bro. I'm sure they watched a movie and maybe something else.
Yeah.
Man, this
they're
dude,
just Netflix and chilling.
and he married.
I do want to. I want to condemn all the people that started that whole room about Taylor Rooks. Y'all gotta leave Taylor Rooks alone, man. Like y'all gotta leave Taylor Rooks alone. Like I love
Brooks
Taylor
went
Rooks,
to a
man.
funeral, man. Y'all gotta leave.
Like
her
her uncle died, bro. Like y'all threw that out there just to kind of like start some rumors. Like that's crazy.
Nah, bro. But he should have answered the door and been like,
No, I got love. This is fan love session. No.
I mean,
No,
because what is he thinking, bro?
Just talk
I
to me
got
normal.
love.
Talk to me normal.
He was thinking I've been in this bubble too damn long.
But the families can come.
Why was his wife not there?
Where's the missus at?
Because he knew he was trying to get some cheeks from somewhere.
It's like, this is like my opportune time, baby.
Yes, sir.
And I just saw her today. She new on the staff. She ain't been here
He said,
before.
"I just
ain't
became a
seen
star.
her.
I became a star in this bubble. I'm about to get some new cheeks."
Bro.
Y'all playing.
You know what, man? All I'm going to say is think twice. That's it.
He don't
twice,
even think at
think
all.
3, 4, 5 times.
However many times you need to think, man. Just don't go with the first thought.
Bro, we flamed on the NFL for that dude having that girl dress up as a football player. Well, trying to dress up as a football player. Remember he got cut?
That was a dummy move.
We flamed on it. It was like, that's some dumb NFL stuff right there. And then here we go. We in the playoffs, bro. We in the Western, what is it? No, it ain't West Conference. It's the Western semis.
Western semis,
Yeah.
Western semis, and you threw it all away?
The semis.
Bro,
She must have had that bad back, boy.
I hope so.
She had that hump back for real, and I don't mean on her back.
I hope so. I hope it was worth it.
She must have gave a powerful COVID test.
Yeah.
Hey, man, look.
Well, how long? How long they been in there? What is it? 2 months?
They've been there 2 months. Yeah,
2 months.
They got there in July. It'll be almost 2 months at the end of September.
2 months into September.
He could have waited an extra day or two. They about to lose tomorrow night anyway, so it don't matter. He could have waited an extra day.
He wanted the head start, I guess.
He got it. He got it. He at home right now.
Oh my goodness!
I just hope if his wife ain't there, he got to explain it.
No, I'm about to say, imagine.
Ain't no explaining.
Imagine catching that flight. Like all this is new. Like it happened.
Yeah.
What do you think he rehearsed what he was gonna say when he got to the crib?
I bet you he didn't fly, bro. I bet you he drove. He rented a car to drive. He trying to get the plan together right now.
He got to gather them thoughts.
Got a lot on my mind. I'm gonna just try.
He got to gather them thoughts.
I sit alone in the car. I try to think about it.
He thinking like, damn, I wish it was Taylor Rooks now.
Well,
He said, damn, I wasted something.
Oh
Jesus.
man.
Man, look.
Listen, that is the situation.
And they really need him too in the game. That's the crazy part about it is they really needed him. He was balling.
Oh, he had that sauce. That sauce.
He was hooping. But
That's probably what got to him. That sauce. He was seeing them numbers on the boards. He was like, "Oh, I'm invincible."
That's exactly what got to him.
he was in
That's
there
exactly
singing
what
that Jazzy Faye. Hey, let's get away.
That boy, so I'm trying to get some cut, man. Y'all bullshit.
Oh man.
That chingy. He was on that chingy.
Keep calling me back, me back, me back.
No, he want to go to Holiday.
Oh my goodness. Wow.
I'm gonna stop singing, man. I'm gonna spare the audience.
Hey, all you other NBA players, just take heed, man.
Oh man.
Wait it out.
Oh man. He just wanted that whap, whap, whap. He wanted that whap.
Oh.
Hey, I'll tell you what, man. You know who else want to get y'all some whap? Y'all ain't see? Starbucks out there selling whap lattes now.
Huh?
Yeah,
You ain't
That's
seen
why I
that?
stopped going there a long time ago.
I saw that trend.
Hey, look, now they try to pander back. They trying to pander us back and it's going to Starbucks.
So y'all
come
know.
back. Yeah, come back. We missing some stuff. We
It's
missing
like,
the
we
goodness.
love black people. No, they did what a lot of the people who don't love black people do. We love Cardi B. They said we're gonna make a WAP latte. So basically, what happened, man, is this, bro. I'm gonna give y'all some insight because my man Ty don't know. In Philadelphia, right now, man, right down now, they selling WAP lattes. And let me tell y'all what's in the WAP latte, man. Because you know it's pumpkin spice season right now, right? Pumpkin spice been back since August.
Yep.
And they had to figure out another way they can spice it up. So they giving y'all WAP lattes, which is white mocha, almond milk, and pumpkin spice.
Wow. Okay.
Oh
First
my
of all,
God.
I've never been a fan of that pumpkin spice season. Y'all rock with any of that? Okay. I know somebody does.
Huh?
Okay.
What?
Okay.
What? You ain't never tasted no pumpkin spice that made you just
Hey, look, the Marlon Wayans came out of him right
Yeah,
there,
Right.
Oh man.
Right? Yeah, no.
Oh man.
Yeah, no.
Hey, nah, I'm with you, Ty, bro. I'll pass on that pumpkin spice. I'll eat some pumpkin pie. I'll eat some pumpkin ice cream. But I don't want no pumpkin spice in my coffee.
Nah, I'm good. Well, I guess we know what the question
The,
of the week about to
the
be.
coffee I can do without, but like, nah, give me them pumpkin spice Cheerios, fam. Like, nah.
Oh, so you don't want that?
Oh, so you're not with the coffee?
No, I don't need
Okay,
coffee.
well, you
Yeah.
responded
Oh,
like
you
you was
with
with the
us. I thought
coffee.
she was
But
like,
you
yo,
said
I
pumpkin
get them joints
spice in
every day. I
general.
can't wait till they pop off.
You said pumpkin spice in general. I was like, wait a minute, you gotta slow your roll a little bit on the
Oh,
pumpkin.
no, just the coffee joint.
Pumpkin muffins from Lowe's, like it's pumpkin season, man. Let's get into it. It's fall. It's the best time of the year, man.
Loaves?
Muffins.
Oh.
No Lowe's.
Oh, a form of bread.
Hey, look.
Bruce, you got anything to say? Anything to say?
He's about to be like that pumpkin brioche.
Yeah.
Yo, if somebody got pumpkin brioche, hit me in the DM, man.
Hey, look, well, Starbucks got you covered, man.
I'm not going to Starbucks.
That white bread on the way.
I'm good.
That white
Starbucks.
bread on the way.
I make my own bread. I'm good.
Hey, man, but y'all serious? Y'all on the white mocha almond pumpkin spice latte?
Nah, man, I'm straight.
They got some white girl at the joint. Confused as fuck right now, boy. Imagine having a red hat drinking a white latte.
Damn, yeah. Come try our white. White mocha almond milk. Pumpkin spice, baby.
All lives matter. WAP included.
They said y'all can't wear Black Lives Matter, but they can sell WAP.
Yeah. Ponder on that.
Yo, that's crazy when you say that out loud.
Right?
Insane, right?
Right?
Well,
That's what it
man,
is, though.
Starbucks, go back to the drum board. That ain't gonna work.
No.
That ain't gonna work. White mocha and like a chocolate pumpkin spice.
Yeah, I'm trying to.
And why y'all had to return that PP money that y'all got too?
Yeah, hey, for all that chalk y'all writing on them boys outside.
Facts.
Yeah, why y'all not caring about Black Lives? Why don't y'all turn that PPP money back?
Hey, look, man. If it ain't one thing, it's another, bro.
Oh, it's always.
Y'all all pandering to our culture, boy, and man,
It's getting nasty out here in these streets, bro.
watch where y'all spending y'all money at, bro.
For sure.
Facts, because they want your dollars, but they don't
They
want
want
any
you.
respect of you.
Yep.
But they want that green.
Yeah.
Well, I guess since y'all don't want the WAP, man.
What, you got another suggestion or something?
No, I was gonna ask you, Ty. Actually,
Oh, yeah.
I was gonna actually ask you, and this is gonna be my last of my topics, and somebody else can take over with some new topics. But yo, you been on IG? Well, no, I got one more after this one. You been on IG lately?
Yeah.
All right. Well, I was watching the news, man, and apparently IG, I think it's IG, and no, it's gotta be IG. They got a hashtag "Come Clean with Me." You ain't did your "Come Clean with Me" yet? You the clean,
Are
you
you
missed the clean
serious?
playlist. So I would have thought you would have definitely had the "Come Clean with Me" Thai version.
Wow. Yeah, I'm not doing enough research here. So there's a hashtag.
Hashtag where they actually have people cleaning their houses on videos on YouTube and Instagram.
Definitely
And
about
it's
to,
hashtag "Come Clean with Me."
definitely about to spam the crap out of that. Hey. Really?
Yeah.
How did
I would have thought for sure you would have had the playlist rocking in the background.
You missed a lot of things on
I
social
mean,
media
I
this
normally
week.
do, but I normally do that too.
It's been
I
some
normally do have it
crazy
rocking, and I
shit.
normally do miss a lot of things on social media.
It's been some crazy shit going on, bro.
Oh man, I try to complicate my life less these days.
No, that's a good thing, man, because
Yeah.
I done seen a lot of people doing some nasty shit with that "Come Clean" hashtag.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh man, all these Instagram models,
Oh,
fan models, they out here
okay.
cleaning butt naked, man.
Okay.
Y'all ain't mopped the floor in 6 years. All of a sudden,
Are they
now you wanna
adding that
clean.
to the OnlyFans?
Yeah, you can add that to the OnlyFans.
Hey, yo, imagine spending the money on to get on OnlyFans for the first time and you watching some IG model clean up her house. Because they always have some dirty windows and dirty mirrors. Like, that's the first place they always thought. Because
It's
every
always
video,
something.
every time you see them take a picture of the selfie,
I'm
the
like-
back of the room be filthy, boy.
Y'all just learn how to use Photoshop. Y'all be good.
Do you know the nastiest thing was when everybody was doing that whole wipe me down challenge? Y'all ain't clean that near mirror. All the mirrors were dirty as hell, and when y'all swiped it, the mirror won't clean. Like, I need y'all to chill, man. Like, y'all gotta relax. Nah, it's been a lot of nasty stuff going on.
All right, so we'll be looking out for the Whiskey and Wisdom podcast. Come Clean with Me video.
Yeah. Oh, it's really about cleaning.
It's coming soon,
You know what
boy.
I'm saying? really about cleaning.
That'd be super dope though to do that. To do it the right way.
Yeah, I mean,
Hey, I'm gonna do a come clean my car. I feel like that's the one to do because the pollen out there too. The pollen going away. Perfect time.
yeah.
Yeah. That'd be super dope. In the sunlight.
In
So
the sunlight.
I'm just saying, man. You do it. Got a nice little breeze outside, sunlight, man. Do a little video. Got the little car polish. Get the wheels shining.
Yeah, get the
Come
light
clean.
back.
Come clean with the kid.
Definitely need that light.
For sure. Kind of had a light. You can't watch a car in the dark. Come on, man.
Hey man, look. Anything y'all can do to get y'all mind off of the depression everybody going through, man, I love it. If it's you want to watch somebody go clean their house,
Do it.
I mean, do your thing.
Yeah, I guess that's when you watch some videos when you want something different. You know what I'm saying? 'Cause
Yeah.
obviously, there's a lot of the same stuff going around on social media, man.
Yeah, but they didn't got innovative now, boy.
I'm about to delete my IG though.
Word.
I'm over this rail shit, bro.
Oh, that's trash. Oh my God, that's trash.
Y'all all do the
Rails.
same rails shit. Like it's like their version of TikTok.
Oh.
If
I don't know
somebody,
how I feel about TikTok. I don't think I would ever create a TikTok account.
you never downloaded it before.
No.
TikTok is the most the user interface is crazy. First of all, you be super confused looking at it, and like the videos just go on and on. It's not like a gallery. You just swipe the videos, and another video go on, another video come on, another video come on. It's
People
too
posting
much.
like that. Okay.
It's too much, bro. And if I see another one of them videos of somebody got their hand and they go like they slowly put their hand to the camera, boom, and they pull it back and they on something else. You know what I'm talking about, right? The change clothes.
The transition. Yeah.
I'm done with it, bro.
Yeah. Let's get more creative, guys. Let's think outside the box. Let's not continue to.
Hey, yeah, they dropping hats out the sky. I fell.
Yeah,
All of a sudden, you're in a dress like the next minute. Like that's
The next minute, yeah. Yeah.
Y'all are trash.
I'm gonna fall because Apple did it, so I'm gonna fall into the pillow and I'm gonna pop back up with new clothes on.
Yo,
I
y'all like,
applaud the creativity, but let's think outside the box a little bit more.
y'all want to be creative. How about y'all help we got this get these goddamn cops arrested to kill Breonna Taylor?
Facts.
All y'all got influence. Y'all can't influence a damn thing that's worth of importance.
Facts.
I'm sick of y'all, man.
Facts.
I'm gonna stop being evil one day. I'm gonna stop being mean, man. I got a lot of hatred in my heart.
Man, you gotta bring back that Pastor Mike, man. God
I know,
dang.
man.
I know, man. Come out that shit.
Anybody passed that damn collection plate yet?
Come out that shell, Big Sean.
Hey, look, man. Speaking of coming out that hate, man, y'all see Will and Aunt Viv get back together?
That was beautiful to see.
Yeah.
We ain't seen nothing yet. We just seen the picture. So
Yeah. True.
We haven't, but I'm gonna take a fact that and Will's been on a little bit of a streak too, man. Like we
Has he?
Oh yeah, has he? You know, he took a couple dips, didn't he?
Yeah, but dips because because 10,000 people decided that it was cool to make a meme out of Jada's in the whole situation.
I mean, that was gonna happen.
Will is out here.
That was gonna happen.
He took that viral video that went crazy, gave the dude the opportunity to write his own script, and now they got a whole drama coming out of it.
Well, that joint, he did the video before Will even got involved with it. Like, he did the trailer.
He did, but the fact that Will saw, like, I'm going to get this dude the opportunity, that's dope. How many people doing that?
Well, I don't want to see that. Look, we got Fresh Prince on HBO Max, man. Make something new. I don't need to see the dramatized version of fucking Fresh Prince. That was like the goodness of the Fresh Prince show wasn't about it being dramatic.
It was about the comedy.
Yeah, like,
Yeah.
now I got to see Carlton really have a MAGA hat on and like, come on, bro.
It's hard to go back to the original character when you've seen them in different spaces. Since you've seen them originally.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's kind of tough. And plus, I don't really want to see a remake of that. I like the way it was.
Yeah, make something new.
Yeah.
Look,
That I will agree with.
Netflix is putting up all our stuff online, boy. If anybody caught the memo, they said, look, we're going to put everything black on TV.
We got y'all.
Y'all still watching Netflix after they tried to cancel them this week?
Hey, look. Hey, Netflix already in my book because they said,
I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm blacker than black, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm black, y'all, and I'm
Leonard McKelvey's book, huh?
yeah, because they didn't put, they got the game on there. They got Sister on there.
Yeah.
They got girlfriends on there now.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, Hulu already had Bernie Mac show, so I don't watch that the whole thing since this whole quarantine.
Hulu also got girlfriends too. That's one thing. If y'all gonna put the game on there, put all the seasons. Don't put this 3.
Well, the rest of the season on Hulu, so you can watch.
I know. But like, if you gonna put all of them up there, like, just go throw them all up there, man. Just throw all the seasons up there. Stop
Hey,
playing.
look, man, if they make the girlfriends reunion, it's over.
You think so?
I think it's easy enough to do.
If they produce a girlfriend's
Or Smart Guy reunion.
Woo!
I don't think
Yeah, I'm here for that.
They made the new version. Cause look, y'all already did the they already did. What's the joint? What's the joint? Well, the twins used to be on the show. Step by Step.
Step by Step. Oh, they did
No,
the Full
not
House.
Step by Step. Full House. Thank you.
They did the Full House. They did the Full House.
Fuller House. is
Yeah,
the new one,
y'all
right?
already did Full House. Why don't y'all give one of us an opportunity to bring one of our favorites?
How did Fuller House do? Do y'all know?
Trash.
They got a couple of seasons.
Yeah, it didn't last too long though. I think that second season kind of got them out of here.
That's fine. But I mean, as long as y'all decide not to do Martin, I'm good. I'll take any other of them 90s shows.
Don't
but
touch Martin. Don't touch Martin.
We don't look in a good way. You think Martin's is a good show not to touch, or like why you say don't touch Martin?
I like Martin. I could watch Martin right now. Whatever episode, whatever season you want to get to me. That's my guy.
One of these days we're gonna have a conversation about Martin being overrated.
Well, I don't think it's overrated. I like it for what it is. I don't know what you mean by overrated.
Y'all can take
He
my
came
call.
out the smoke.
But I can watch Martin and be entertained at any time.
The stuff, and especially for y'all, them folks who be like so black, they be trying to talk about where they got the black man in the dress, and y'all love Martin. Like y'all really need to reevaluate some of y'all stances.
Oh yeah, I'm not saying that. I respect it for what it is. I don't try to make it out to be. You start putting those categories in there, such as man in a dress or whatever. That's when it starts to get a little convoluted. Like, you got to respect it for what it is.
Mm-hmm.
Not try to put it in a different category. You know what I'm saying? Because then you start to judge it differently.
I honestly feel that we overrate Martin.
And to what respect?
A lot of people have Martin in their top 5.
I mean, the show really wasn't. The show was great, but it wasn't that great. It wasn't top 5 great. I'm taking Fresh Prince before I take Martin. That's just me.
Okay. That's what I was gonna ask.
Why are you taking Fresh Prince over Martin? I just want to know.
Fresh Prince to me has more of the subject matter in that show is more relatable to me.
I feel like I feel like you was gonna say that.
I can honestly go back right now and watch an episode of Fresh Prince and feel like I can connect to that show more than I could Martin trying to get an apartment or Martin hanging with Biggie or Martin going to the jewelry store with stolen money trying to get don't get me wrong, I can laugh at it. It's funny as hell.
Yeah.
But Will Smith going with his dad, I relate to that a lot. Me personally, going to school, trying to get education, trying to start your life over, trying to figure out things compared to everybody else that seems to have everything going on around them. There's more layers to the show. There's more layers to it. That's all. That's it.
I can respect that. That's why I say, respect it for what it is. Don't try to put it in a category as Fresh Prince, because Fresh Prince was getting out a lot of relatable, realistic things that we would go through. You could really relate to. I kind of have to go to the episode of his father kind of coming in and leaving abruptly again. Excuse me. It's just, those type of topics there, like you said, there's multiple layers to that type of situation. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's not when you leave an episode like that, I don't know if I'm ready for another one to kick back on. You know what I'm saying? Maybe I am to get rid of some of the memories if I'm related to that topic to an extreme. But sometimes, I might want to mellow, marinate in that for a little bit just to kind of understand it a little bit more and to give it more respect that it deserves because of what they were trying to do with that type of episode. Martin, on the other hand, you shouldn't watch Martin for a relatable topic. You need to watch Martin if you want to laugh. You know what I'm saying? If you want to kind of just I feel like you shouldn't dissect Martin for the same things you dissect Fresh Prince for.
Yeah. I think Fresh
Prince just has its place on the shelf somewhere.
So I'm gonna ask y'all this then. Well, I'm gonna ask Ty because you the Martin fan.
Yeah.
What is your if you're introducing Martin to somebody who hasn't seen it before? Of the episodes that you can remember, what would be the episode that you would push them to see?
Golly. It might be Forever Shanae.
Jodeci.
Oh man, that's the first one I can think of. Dang, I don't know, man. I mean, the issue with answering that question is
There's a lot of stuff. I know.
you can introduce a character that hasn't been on the show before, and they just feel like they were a part of the show, such as Kid. You know what I'm saying? You can introduce Hustle Man as if he was a regular cast of the show, which he wasn't. You know what I'm saying? It kind of that's tough, man. I don't know if I could give you that.
I'll put you on the spot about it though.
Nah, it's cool. It's cool. I just don't know if I give you that because, again, I'm watching it to laugh. I'm watching it to get away from whatever I'm dealing with that day. I don't want anything that I'm kind of related to because that's just going to take me back to a memory or obligation or whatever the case may be.
Right.
I want to release. So, I'm watching for shits and giggles only.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So it's kind of hard because it's a lot of shits and giggles.
Right.
I don't know who to tell you, or because I don't know who you're relatable to, but I don't know. I mean, that does happen to be a favorite of mine.
Okay. Mike, Fresh Prince, same question. One episode that you can point to try to keep this person interested in the show.
One of my favorite episodes was the BBD episode where they lost the furniture in the damn rain.
Yeah.
I was trying to be in the video.
That one,
I said one. You gonna give me another one,
right? Yeah, like he about to get
look,
top
Mike
five.
gonna give you 3, 4.
my bad. Nah, it's kind of hard. It's hard to do that, and I think too, those shows have been pitted against each other for years, and I don't think it's fair. But it's just kind of one of those things where people compare them because they're black, and it's two guys that have done a lot in their careers, and they just happen to be doing a lot of things together, and they happen to be very successful at what they do. So those shows are always going to get pitted against each other. Nobody wants to give any love to Family Matters. Nobody wants to give any love.
Who's not giving love to Family Matters?
Slow down.
Slow down. Oh man, y'all ain't know
You just went past stop.
Right?
No,
like,
no stop.
Who's not giving love to Family Matters?
Man, you'd be surprised, man.
TGIF Fridays, boy.
Because look, this is I was gonna look. This is the question I wanted one of y'all to ask, but neither one of y'all asked it, so I'm gonna answer it. What's the shows that I put over Martin?
What is your top 5 sitcoms, black sitcoms in?
I'm not in that. I'm not answering that question.
Why not?
Top 5 sitcoms of all time?
All time, bro. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. Whatever you want to do. It's a lot.
That's what I mean. Like,
It's
I
a
can't.
lot.
Yeah, I can't dissect that fast.
All right. Let's see. I'm gonna start some old ones. Amen.
Classic. Classic.
Amen is definitely in my top 5.
Okay, I said okay.
Family Matters is definitely in my top 5.
Facts.
Fresh Prince I do have in my top 5.
Okay.
Facts.
That's 3. Living Single.
Absolutely.
Living Single's in my top 5.
Absolutely.
I still go back to them joints and listen. And then Bernie Mac Show.
That's
No, my bad. I missed one. The 5 switches.
Hey, listen.
Okay.
Ain't no right or wrong. Ain't no right or
It's
wrong.
your list.
The Bernie Mac Show and the Jamie Foxx Show. Damn, I wish Jamie Foxx Show was like not on BET, so I can watch the whole thing.
Oh yeah.
Cause Jamie Foxx Show don't get enough love, man.
It doesn't.
It doesn't.
It does not.
It really doesn't.
Here I go.
Hey man, the Jingles 2000 was a shit, boy.
Right.
The Jamie Foxx Show definitely is up there. I don't have the Wayans Bros in my top. Never mind, I won't say that. Go ahead. So what was one of y'all top 5?
I'm gonna just tell you ones that I enjoy watching. I don't like the.
You don't like to rank them?
Nah.
I didn't rank them, but those are my 5.
I know you didn't, but I'm gonna go outside of that. So I like 227.
Classic. Love that.
Can we talk about how Regina King? First of all, she still looked like she was on 227 right now.
Facts.
Regina King got the fountain of youth, boy. I don't know where she
Fact.
found
I don't know what fountain she drinking from, but if
She
I
got
could
it.
find it,
That's a whole because that's a whole different
never
level of
drinking
black
anything
don't
else
crack.
again.
That's a whole different level.
Bro, you look the same as when you were 16.
Her
Like,
and
come on,
Pharrell got
fam.
the same blood, bro.
Well, they got the same.
Pharrell,
They got the same skincare
I
line.
gotta
I know.
I gotta find out where he's spending his time at when he in Virginia Beach because I know that's what he's getting it from.
Apparently, he going to Feather Fans a lot. So
I'm gonna start relying on that resource to get it.
227.
Yeah, 227. Come on, Good Times. We got Sanford and Son. Sanford and Son, bro.
Don't.
I'm gonna take Good Times down for Sanford and Son.
Yeah, I
gotta bring Sanford and Son
I definitely like
top
Sanford and
of-
Son better than Good Times.
Facts. What else? What else we got?
It was just too hood. Like Good Times, he was just like it was
said
nothing
it was too
positive
hood.
about it.
Right. They was always going through some. God, it won't never a good
It
day.
was too hood.
It was like
It was never a good day because somebody's negative.
Damn.
It's just like I can't never win out here, bro.
He said, damn.
God, what's the other one? Like moving on up. What's the name of that?
Jeffersons,
Jeffersons.
yes.
The Jeffersons.
Oh, so you like a lot of old.
He was
old
wild
television.
racist though.
Why, you know,
He was wild racist though. Wow.
I ain't gonna lie. He was loud and proud. I'll say that. I'll say that. He was very loud and proud.
For sure.
But I lived in the house with my grandparents, so I watched what they watched.
Yeah.
But yeah,
That's why I watch Amen.
those are the ones I would add on to the ones that you already said.
Yeah, that's the main reason why I watch Amen, because of grandma and granddad, bro.
Yeah.
And that intro song. It's something. Look, can we also talk about that, man? Like these shows now don't do the intro songs. Like they just be playing some. They get whoever hot to make them a song.
Yeah.
Like
There's no
Amen
creativity.
intro stand up on its own, bro.
For sure.
Remember when Cameron was doing the hopscotch? Somebody put the Amen soundtrack. It worked perfectly.
Hey, all that is another one of classic
Oh.
show song. Y'all got TLC to do a song for y'all.
Ooh.
Man, come on, man.
I ain't
Hey,
gonna lie.
look.
Come on, man.
What y'all? Well, first, let me
Hold
go
up.
back. Mike,
Yeah,
what's
we
your
going
what's
in a
your
whole
five?
different-
Yeah,
yeah.
because I'm about to just don't
I'm
let me
going
just
down
sit up
that
here and
bag
talk.
with you though. I got one too. I was like, yeah, you watch this one?
Oh man. So my list is gonna be a combination of kind of both of y'all's with a little difference.
And there's no wrong answers. That, by the way.
Yeah. Sanford and Son is definitely on my list. It's not in any order. Family Matters for sure. I always loved that show.
Mm-hmm.
Living Single. I'm trying to think. Let's see. Fresh Prince will be on that list too. The Bernie Mac show will be on that list. Yeah, I mean, it's too much, man. It is. I agree with Ty. Sometimes it can be a little too many shows to try to go through. But yeah, man, when you go through that list and start peeling them off, 227 is a classic. New York Undercover was a classic show. I hated the way that ended. That was trash. Trying to think, what was some other shows, man?
So y'all count Undercover, New York Undercover as a black show?
It's a minority show.
Undercover
New York Undercover.
Yeah, Undercover. They had the jazz. They always ended the show with like a artist singing or performing of some sort.
Hold up.
Malik Yoba.
Why don't I remember that one?
They had the what's the dude name? The Latino dude, Torres.
Yep, Detective Torres, yep.
No, but can we include the Heat of the Night though? Can we get that one?
Was that really black though? Because
You
we only had
really
one
old.
black dude.
Nah, I
You
mean,
an old
it's not.
soul,
It's not.
boy.
It's not.
You an old soul.
It's not, but
But when you got grandma, that's all you WGN was your friend back then, boy.
He said the heat of the night. God dang.
They said that boy was darkest night too, boy. That ain't bullshit.
They're gonna be like, "What is he talking about?"
Next thing you know, he gonna start talking about white shows. MASH? You on that MASH?
Hey, why you bullshitting though? Goddamn, Nightcrawler was the shit, boy. I ain't even gonna hold you.
Hey, look, 90s was different though, man. I feel like people just watch everything. It didn't matter if it was black, white. We Saved by the Bell, shit like that. We was just watching it.
Oh my
Topanga.
God.
Topanga?
The Wonder Years?
Woo.
The Boy Meets World.
Boy Meets World, man.
We watched the Wonder Years. We used to watch
what these kids be watching?
Pete
Teletubbies?
watch Pete and Pete.
Oh yeah.
Yep.
Oh, man.
Are You Afraid of the Dark?
Love that show.
Yeah.
The Famous Jet Jackson. Watched a lot of that stuff, man.
I was a little too old for that. I ain't watched that.
The what? Say that again.
The Famous Jet Jackson. Y'all ain't see that?
Remember Nick Cannon had his show back then too, didn't he? That was around the time your boy Famous Jackson, Action Jackson, or whatever his name is.
What show did he have? Huh?
He had his Nickelodeon show back then too.
Oh yeah. Oh my brother and me, classic.
Oh,
Classic.
Yeah.
We talking about look, man. Let's go. We go.
Oh, what about Cool J joint? In the house. In the house.
That ain't top nothing for me.
Yeah.
Okay. I was just saying we naming a lot of stuff that can't make the top
Can we talk
five.
about rapper turned actors that get too much credit for being an actor now? LL Cool J is on the top of that list for me.
Oh man.
What he had? What he had? In the house, Deep Blue Sea or Into
Deep Blue Sea, Into Deep.
Into Deep, yeah.
And now he on the one of them CSI shows.
CSI LA.
LA. Yeah.
Ice-T cleans him up every time in acting. And he don't got nothing but 3 lines every show.
Bow, 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 bow.
They cut that man hairline and his lines.
Hey, look,
Wow.
Dr. Dre also another terrible actor and rapper. Because remember he
Dr.
was at
Dre,
Training Day?
Yeah.
He
White dude stole on him. Man, I'm going to fuck you up.
He went night.
and wore some straight backs too. That was kind of crazy.
They weren't real.
They were real. He had hair since damn 92.
He had the Tyler Perry situation over there. See, that's why I be upset at Tyler Perry. Y'all talking about it the other day on the show. But the reason why I be so upset about Tyler Perry, man, is that we got all these sources of great content and you continuously want to, like, bro, like, we get it. We get it, man. You want all the checks.
He want all the hats. He want to wear every last one that's hanging up.
I'll be sick watching his shows, man.
He brought back House of Pain.
For what?
And the Browns. Because it's on BT.
And Meet the Browns, bro, they married and you got them playing as daughter and husband. Like daughter and father.
What's that new one he got? Did y'all check that out?
Which new one? I ain't seen none of them shits.
The one where they were fake eating.
I
That's on Netflix. Damn, on Netflix.
No,
the movie with the wig.
Wow, it's a new sitcom. I didn't.
You talking about the have and the have-nots?
No.
Okay.
Yo, he got
It's
mad.
another one that just started.
He got mad shit.
He got a MAGA show too. I think.
Hold up.
What?
He got some kind of soap opera that he doing, man. I don't know. That dude be doing some trash shit.
Bruh. Man, look.
Tyler Perry, if you listen, get some goddamn writers in your room, please.
He don't want them.
Clearly.
He don't want them. Look.
That's
He
evident.
don't want 'em.
Yeah.
But let me get back to what I was going to ask y'all, man. The next question I was going to ask y'all, man, is top intros to a sitcom. Like, it ain't got to be sick. Matter of fact, no. Top intros to any of them shows from back then.
Sanford and Son got to be number one.
Boom, 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 boom.
Hey, you can't beat that, boy.
Because
Because that joint, it fit the junkyard, it fit the house, it fit like the
fit
whole
the time, man.
The time,
It fit the
everything
time,
was everything was in conjunction.
Okay, so we all in agreement to that. That's definitely in this 5.
Yeah.
What's the next one?
Mm.
All that?
Yeah.
Yeah, all that
I
got to
give
be.
you that.
Yeah. All right, I said I was going to start singing. My bad.
Yeah,
Nah, you good, man.
that
Go
was
ahead.
yeah. You can sing it all day long. What else we got?
Amen got to be up there though for sure.
Yeah, amen.
Yeah, we got to put Amen up there.
Well, hold up, no. We gave Amen some love already.
We kind of did. We did.
Jamie Foxx is definitely on that top 5. And here I go, here I go, here I go.
I hated that. I actually like. I ain't gonna lie. I like the newer one, like the later seasons.
You know what it is. Look at Jamie Foxx.
If you want me to. Yeah, I ain't mess with y'all tonight, man. I ain't mess with y'all tonight.
This is Jamie Foxx.
Nah, I actually like the older season, the one who he changed it up, so I get a little jazzy on him. I like the R&B,
Nah,
Jamie.
see, look, I hate it when they start to get too.
It's
Say that.
Yeah, nah,
Why?
that was
Okay, here's a question for you. Why are we changing theme music? Why are we changing the intro?
You know why?
What is the purpose of that?
Bill Cosby show started that. I know y'all don't like to talk about Bill Cosby and because of all that, but look, man, he made what he made. He did what he did, and the Bill Cosby show is the reason why people be changing up their damn intros. The intros was perfect, and then he wanted to go and make this shit some big grand because it went from 90s. So he wanted to make the 90s sound.
So they're trying to fit the times.
Yeah.
Well, I kind of fuck with that though. I thought because I thought they also did it to show the progression of the kids too and the family.
No, damn that, man. Just get new pictures and put them in the same music.
Get new pictures.
Shit. Music is timeless.
Hey, put new pictures on the fireplace, baby. We don't need that.
Damn. Okay. All right. Okay.
It don't even. I don't know.
Because what other shows switched up like that? That this is terrible.
Recently
Well,
or
apparently, apparently a lot like Jamie's.
Like all together.
What other show?
Because it was definitely Bill Cosby. That was the biggest notable one that switched up.
Family Matters changed theirs up after some years when they started getting into like the
They did.
the late 90s, early 2000s. They
They
started
did.
changing theirs.
But both of those were tasteful though. I don't feel like one was like, why did you do? You know what I'm saying?
One of them didn't go too super jazzy
It didn't go
or
too
super
left. You know, it was
like
still-
R&B.
That last
Yeah.
one was kind of terrible though because it
You
kind of
thought so?
they fucked it. I like the original joint.
Okay. Okay.
Mm.
Okay.
I like the original joint. There's another show. I was about to say it. Night Court they gotta have one of the hardest theme songs. I had a show. Night Court was super dope.
Night Core?
Night Court. Y'all never seen Night Court?
No, I don't know what that is.
I don't know
bro.
nothing about no Night Core, bro.
Oh man, I gotta put y'all on that shit, man.
Yeah. put
Is
me on
that
game.
an old? Is that like a?
That's definitely a 90s show, man. That was Nick at Night 90s shows.
Oh, you talking about Nick and Night?
Oh yeah, I went up.
Mork and Mindy. Maybe I'm a little too white.
See,
I don't
what
know.
Mork and Mindy?
Yeah, no.
Yeah, you
dog.
catalog
Yeah.
long, ain't it?
Yeah.
Like,
You was watching- hey, look, I was up off of Nickelodeon by that point, boy. I was watching the adult shows.
No, that was Nick at Night. That was a little different. That was when they showed all the adult shows then.
Oh man.
Oh man.
Boondocks.
Classic theme music.
What else?
What other ones was I watching like that? I can't even remember. I was watching Keenan and Kel, but I can't even remember their music.
Yeah,
I
not
don't
like
even
that.
remember
Yeah, not like that.
what it sounded like.
Smart guy. Y'all,
Yes.
y'all can go past y'all show.
But did it change?
That was another one that's changed, yep, because it was
Did
the doo-doo, and then it changed to the he's smart guy, and your boy was
Jason
singing all
Weaver.
over.
Facts.
And they had the rap.
Hey, y'all let
Again.
Omar Gooding get off on that rap. Y'all gotta chill.
Just let the content get into the time frame.
He's a grown man
Like,
and the grown
you
kids
don't
breathe.
need to- you
Smart
right.
guy.
You're right. Now it's coming back to me.
Oh my god.
Just let the content grow, not the theme song. Like the theme
Living
song-
Single was another one.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a cheat code though. Queen Latifah was on fire in that time, bro.
I mean, you got to take that.
yeah.
And that wasn't taste. That was,
Oh,
that was
we
tasteful,
fucked up. We messed up. How we not mention? How you living? How you living?
What?
Look, first of all, y'all was gonna leave me out there, bro.
What?
Thanks,
I got
Mike,
you.
for-
I got you.
Thanks, Mike,
I
for
got you.
recovering me.
I got
Tyrone
you.
was just laughing.
So hold on, we
I mean,
actually
it just came so fast.
we actually forgot 2 shows, man.
We forgot 2 shows.
Definitely need to get. Or can we? Is In Living Color considered?
And Living Color would be considered a sitcom for sure. They had original music. Heavy D was a. I mean, he was.
That's a cheat code. Another
Yeah.
cheat code.
The Wayans brothers. I mean, they used Tribe, so that was a cheat code too.
Yeah, they
Bro.
did change.
So that was a
though.
cheat code too. That was
I,
a cheat
changed
code.
theirs, too.
I like the original.
Yeah.
They changed up too. They did change up.
Yep.
Yeah, well, the original they had Tribe at the original, so they just should have kept that. But
Yeah.
A Different World. Like
I mean, I watched A Different World.
We gonna look. Y'all want to have that conversation? I already said Martin. Look, I've already stepped out there and made me a bold take. Martin ain't top 5 like the. He's top. Martin is overrated. I've already said that. So, do one of y'all want to talk about it?
I mean,
Do y'all want to really talk about how a lot of people got revisionist history about the different world?
Yeah, everybody
Does
want to
everybody want to get their Hillman shirts out now? Like,
everybody want to be from Hillman, but don't know what the hell the show was about. And I forgot who actually created the show too.
well, I mean, they
that's a
they
lot
do
of
that.
things.
They do that.
Yeah.
I mean, they didn't know that A lot of people don't know Fresh Prince was written by white people.
Along with Quincy.
They just think Quincy wrote the show. No, Quincy didn't write the show.
Oh, he didn't. But he was the producer. But he didn't. Yeah, right. White people definitely wrote.
Yeah.
No. Nah, anybody try to talk. Anybody won't talk about that, man. People want to get their feels hurt, bro. People
Do you
like
feel like
living in
that's a
bubbles.
smart move though? I guess they couldn't involve any of us. I mean, they had a choice. You know, to because you can go out on a limb and say, I know what a race goes through, and to be able to put together a product to market towards them. You know what I'm saying? You can always have the pieces to the puzzle, but I think it's important to have someone in the room.
It's got to have some representation
to actually make it relatable, because they can be in left field and Quincy could have saved him, but we don't really know that.
Yep.
We know he was in the room. We don't really know his impact. But I would give him more credit than I guess a lot of others, just because it's hard to know what a different race goes through, no matter who it is. It's hard to know what other people go through with you not being who they are.
That's kind of the gripe that I've heard on the internet about the Fresh Prince, about how it was a little too white compared to Martin. Martin was black. Martin was real black.
But it was corn, like, bro.
I'm gonna tell you what the internet is saying. I'm gonna tell you what the internet
don't
saying.
shoot the
messenger. Have y'all tried to watch Martin recently?
It's a little hard to watch sometimes.
Hard to watch? What?
Some episodes are a little
First
hard
of
to
all,
watch.
like,
Explain to me.
First of all, he bagged on Pam the whole show, but Pam was the finest one on the show.
Okay, so you're watching.
Tisha Campbell is fine, bro.
How are you watching? This is the grab.
You can't.
What are you watching the show for?
Because
I feel
he
like
talking about she looked like a horse and all this other stuff, but bruh, she battered in
Tisha Campbell?
Tisha Campbell
For sure.
But you can't say
Tisha
that
Campbell
when
looked
your-
good.
when
Tisha
your
Campbell
girl
looked
is
good
in the
on
room.
House. Look, she looked good on House Party, but she didn't look that like she won't fire like that on Martin compared to Pam.
I mean, she was okay. She wasn't.
She was better. Like she looked
She
better. Than
evolved.
it worked for that because
She
played
evolved.
a kid was light skinned. She
What
was
about-
light skinned and worked light skinned love. Go ahead, have
What
fun.
about My Wife and Kids? How you feel about her and that
First of all, My Wife and Kids, man.
appearance?
It's other things about My Wife and Kids that bother me.
Okay.
Why that boy was so dumb the whole show?
Like
Bothered me.
y'all rocked that off for like 8 seasons.
like
He was just an idiot for 8 seasons, and he got a child. Like y'all got that off real nastily. I'm gonna tell you that right now. Yeah, I agree with Bruce on that. No, Tisha Campbell really great. Like she got up stage quite a few times. AJ Johnson was listen. Anyway, to answer your question,
Okay.
no, I mean I think. Listen, I want to kill Martin, but
say
I
what's
mean,
up. Look, I'm stepping out
I'm
there.
on the limb with him.
I'm stepping out there. Let me know.
I'm on the limb with him. I'm gonna fall down, the branch going, whatever.
Let me know. Look,
Whatever.
and if y'all want to argue with me, man, I'm open for all criticisms.
I don't have any grapes. I don't have any disagreements. I'm just saying I watched the show for other reasons. I didn't watch it to kind of dissect it and obviously
Bruh, man, from the fifth floor.
Bruh Man from the fifth floor, of course. He come down.
Look, it's okay to just have somebody just randomly up in your house, walking
but-
around like, and that's funny. We talking about the world.
See.
Look.
So we making this relatable. This is the problem. You don't watch this show for it to be relatable.
I'm supposed to be laughing
at
at
comedy.
somebody just randomly up in my house.
oh my gosh,
Bro, man was making that sandwich, bro.
And then look, they be having these big old fake old rats. Remember we had the rats?
oh that was terrible.
Okay. Now we're going down to the props.
He fighting them in the bathroom and everything, bro. Like,
Now we're going down to the props. The budget wasn't that big. Okay, which I want. What's next?
It was
First
big
of
enough
all-
to have
first
all
of
these
all,
damn artists on the show.
we not going there. He had HBO on his back and it was syndicated. He damn sure had a budget.
I'm riding with Martin. Whatever I need to
it's
say.
cool. It's cool. I
I
just
want
wish
a
they would.
branch.
I just wish they would have did more with some of those characters. Like I would have loved to see Jerome get a little more shine on the show.
Jerome,
I
look,
think
and
he-
it was always
Jerome
something
got
goofy.
shine, though.
Yeah,
It was something goofy.
Okay, tell me what you wanted Jerome to be. What did you want to see him as other than what he was? What would you
I'm
add
not
to-
changing him the character. I
No,
just
no, I
wanted
know.
them to
Yeah, what
give
would
him more. Like some of those characters, like Dragonfly Jones should have got more than a few episodes. Like you gotta put Dragonfly up there, man. That Dragonfly, like it was a lot of times where I think they focused more so on, which is what the show was about. It's about Martin's life or the surrounding of it.
Right.
But they could have put some of the other characters that could have gotten a little more shine. They could have made the show a little more funny instead of just centering around Martin and Gina all the time, and then him having to go to L.A., get his ass kicked with Michael Jackson, then come back. Like it's just like,
they literally fought for a whole year about which house to live in.
Yeah, that was pretty.
Like a whole season, whether they was gonna live at Martin house or Gina house.
Y'all still ain't telling us what the fuck Tommy worked at.
R.I.P.
That's a forever cliffhanger. R.I.P.
Yeah. He worked for the CIA, but I mean,
in Detroit, what does CIA work at in Detroit?
It's my aunt used to work at the CIA in Detroit, so yeah, it's about.
Oh well, damn, never mind. I prove to be correct. I prove to be correct.
The spot up there.
But I mean, like, really, this man went from working at the radio station to working at the damn, like, he was working at on TV.
Yep.
You ain't improved the apartment at all. Look, I done seen people just get a raise and move into a different apartment.
That's where we go. It's the details. It is cool. It is true though. Like, you've been in that same apartment for years, bro. Like, why you ain't?
You done had rats up in there. You got bro man upstairs coming up in your joint, and you still ain't moved up out of there.
Gina done got like 6 promotions.
Fam,
her apartment's still the same. Like y'all
she
got
going
money.
to work dressed up all nice, so I know she's making a bag.
Hey,
rank
money green leather sofa, baby. That ain't going nowhere.
Pam had a nice spot though. They should have showed that more. See, there was a
Pam
lot of things. There was a lot of things I think they could have got more into Tommy's character. I think and I get it. You want to focus on Martin because he is a star of the show.
I mean, it was called Martin.
And look, we skipped the biggest thing. Go ahead, Mike.
No, I just think like Pam should have got more shine. Well, she definitely got more shine after Gina left. After Gina left, but that was after she left though.
And she could burn, like she could sing, and they just kind of like, oh yeah, she can sing, whatever. Move on.
They let Tisha sing her ass off.
All right, whatever the show can we talk about? Because y'all not gonna just rip my man's show apart like this.
We talk about outgrowing friends and stuff like that, man. They never outgrew Cole. Cole living with his mama and all this stuff. Cole ain't upgrade at all. Like, how many friends y'all got that ain't just moved in like years?
Here we go. We're
They
trying
ain't
to make it
upgraded their life
relatable
at all.
We're trying to make it relatable.
I'm out here moving my way up from the radio station to working on TV. And this nigga still over here just doing the same old shit.
Well,
him and Big Shirley. He
did get a new place though. Y'all don't remember the episode when he got a new place?
Where he moved back to mom's crib.
Yeah, you didn't see that place? Shit, I would have never took it.
I guess another thing too. Then you gave Cole the dumb girlfriend. Like that was crazy too, fam. Like y'all, like it's a lot of nasty shit when you really go back and look at the shows, man.
Mm-hmm.
All right, okay. I get it. I see the point.
But don't get me wrong, it's still good TV. It's still good TV.
Yeah, look, I'm not saying I won't ever watch it. I'm just saying it just ain't top rank. At least Jamie went from working at the hotel to working doing jingles.
But he still
to being a superstar.
But he still lived at the whole. He still had his room. He had the same
free room and board.
I'm gonna tell you right now. My aunt Uncle hotel. I'm staying in the hotel. That's genius.
That's like spa dates and all that in there, man. In L.A.
And I get all the food I want.
And I'm from Texas.
Hey, he was using it up too, boy.
Hey, the one show the one episode that stick out to me for the Jamie Foxx show is when he was doing the Big Brother watch. He had the 11s. If you ain't watch it, man, look. If you ain't watch it, I feel bad for you.
That sweet potato pie episode, boy, get me every time I see that shit.
I mean, Jamie Foxx show, they still sampling his shit now.
Yeah.
Jamie, you want to come out here?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's got to be the next show to get.
That was a good one, though. That was a good one. That deserves a lot of credit. You know what I'm saying? You had a lot of good characters, too.
Mm-hmm. Fancy was fine. She ain't like that right now, but she was fine back then.
Oh, for sure. For sure.
Damn, I feel like, no, I'm sorry about that. I shouldn't object women like that.
Go push play.
My bad. That's why we might need to have a woman join this podcast as a guest. Because I definitely just objectified her and everybody. Yep.
She's another one that's aged like fine wine too though. I mean, you looking at her now, like It's a lot of people that have done what she's done and been in places she's been and don't look like she still looks pretty good for her age. I get fancy that. Or Garcelle. I'm sorry, I'm not calling fancy no more.
Hey.
My bad.
We're just keeping it in character. That's all.
Braxton was funny as hell too.
Braxton was.
He ain't been in nothing since.
Bro him.
Hey, Braxton, he fit that role.
Hey, we not gonna act like we can do that handshake to our friends in high school and middle school.
He fit that he fit that role too perfectly though.
Yeah, man.
He definitely did. That was some good casting.
Yeah,
You know what I'm saying? That was a good.
Even
good
Uncle
fit.
Junior and the
Yeah.
mom was
On
good.
Helen,
Like, it
on
was
Helen,
perfect.
yeah.
On
It
Helen.
was.
Yeah,
It was a good fit for everybody. Nobody was out of place in that one. That was good.
Can we talk about who network was that show on? Was that UPN? Was that a UPN
That
show?
was one of them UPN shows.
We got to give UPN a lot of credit, man.
We already bagged on them enough.
Do we?
Hey, look, little brother bagged on you. You Black Niggas Network.
Network.
In the WB. That's what it was. It was WB. That's what the show was on.
Oh yeah, it was WB.
They had the singing frog.
Oh my goodness.
They had some. They had some.
Dang sure they had to sing.
They had them in the Wayne Brothers. It was too. But UPN had a lot of stuff too. Like they had the game. Of course, they had Girlfriends. Homies Out of Space was pretty trash. We will talk about that though.
Yeah, I'm about to say.
Yeah, that was most definitely. And who was on that? Who else was on that?
That was Kadeem Hardison and
that's
and
why.
Ron from
I ain't seen nothing of Kadeem Hardison but 6 Men that I like.
yeah.
That's the only thing Kadeem Hardison been in that I like.
Yeah, for sure.
Well, no,
for sure.
he played Dwayne Wayne, right?
Yeah, he
so
played-
never mind.
he was
That's
in-
two things.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
6 Man and Different World. That's it.
We forget about Malcolm and Eddie a lot too. That show don't get talked about enough.
That is actually a good show. Well, I'm gonna say I like the show. I'm gonna say I will again.
My
stand
bad.
on
No,
another
my
limb.
bad, man. I ain't mean it.
I'm gonna stand on another limb.
I didn't mean
You
to
know,
object, yo.
I'm with you.
I ain't
with you
trying
on
to
that.
speak for everybody, but that was
I'm with you
another
on
one
that.
I
that
ain't watch it like that. I got to check it out. I guess.
that I could enjoy.
That was a good show.
Malcolm and Eddie. That was a good one.
Eddie Griffin doesn't get a lot of credit for his comedic prowess in that show.
Hey,
I like
remember when D.L. Hughley
I like
had
Eddie
this
Griffin.
show?
Huh?
D.L. Hughley had this show?
DL had a great
Yeah,
show.
had
too.
a good show.
He definitely had a good show. For
Yeah.
sure.
You know what show I thought was good back when it was out, but it turned out to be trash now that I watched it again?
Uh-oh.
What's that?
Uh-oh.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
Hanging with Mr. Cooper.
They had a good theme song, but it was definitely a
Yeah.
trash show.
Did
Yeah.
y'all mess with the Steve Harvey show?
Steve Harvey show was decent.
Because I messed with him and said I thought it was good. I thought it was good.
I like Steve Harvey's show.
Steve Harvey just used to play the kids too much. He used to play
He
them
used to
kids
play the kids
too
hard.
heavy.
He did. He did used to play the kids too hard.
I also didn't like. I'm glad they kind of allowed Cedric and I forgot Terry's character, Terry Vaughn. I forgot what her character name. What was his girlfriend's name on that show? The girl said dated.
The one he played that no.
And the Steve Harvey show?
Yeah, what was his girlfriend's name?
Oh,
she was the secretary to the principal.
Yeah.
I forgot her name. But anyway,
Yeah.
I didn't like how they did them a lot. Kind of demeaning. It's kind of had them as the dumb couple.
Mm.
And I think, and I understand where Bruce is coming from because we've seen that a lot in our culture, even back then. We didn't see it from the lens that we see it now, but the fact that we can go back and look like, damn, they really kind of played the fuck out of a lot of.
Yeah, it's a
characters.
projection. It's an. I would say. I guess
It's a
an
stereotype that
inappropriate-
they tried to project on the screen,
Mhm.
Exactly. Exactly.
and it was one of those like, oh, we're just gonna put him as comic relief. Well, you can have a funny dude that's smart. Like let's let's not do that.
There's
Yeah.
a lot of jokes like people being fat that won't really fat like that.
Yeah.
Ugly,
Yeah.
won't ugly. It was like corny. Like
Yeah.
what?
I mean, that's a really good point because a lot of those stereotypes, have kind of molded the stereotypes of today.
Yeah.
That's where I'm not gonna say that's the very first point of origination, but it's definitely a contributor.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? To mold what people think we are without having an interaction.
I mean, wait, Mike.
I mean, the fact that people had to hide their love, like why the black love have to always be kind of like a secret? That
Well,
should be
who
the
was
case.
hiding Black Love?
Oh yeah, who else?
Steve and the principal.
Oh,
him,
because
Steve
he
and
a
Virginia?
teacher and she the principal.
I mean, yeah, but they ain't gonna like we don't see that now. It ain't like when you sit in either.
I mean, I still see people get fired for it though.
That's true. But I mean, that's I guess too is when you allow it to get to that point.
I mean,
you can be smart about it.
Unfortunately, the thing is that we have to be responsible in our positions.
I just feel
and
like
they have to like show
they
that.
can get
right.
Yeah.
But I mean, that still goes on today. There's a lot we have to do behind the scenes to present ourselves when we actually walk out of our house.
Mm-hmm.
You know, there's a lot of things we got to deal with to make sure we're presenting the right, air quotes, person that the world needs to see.
That
you know what I'm
mask.
saying? Exactly. It's a mask. I mean, we got to put on a mask every day in some form or fashion. You know what I'm saying? I'm not just saying we're the only race that has to do it. However, we are the race that has to do it a lot more than others.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because the way we want to, where certain of us want to go, is not a lot of us already there.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So you gotta fit in with the room. Is how I would describe that. You know what I'm saying? Because if you don't fit in, you're not a fit, so you don't belong here.
Mm-hmm.
Is what the ideology behind that is, and it's very unfortunate that that's the livelihood or the realistic piece of it. But it is what it is. That's what it is.
Mm-hmm.
We gotta mask up every day. And you thought coronavirus was the first thing of a mask. We've been putting on masks for years.
Yeah.
Generations.
I mean, Future told y'all take it off a while back.
Yeah. Yeah, there we go.
He told y'all take a mask off and then he took the condom off. He need to be putting it on.
Oh shit!
Oh, man, how did we get here?
because look, I was thinking back. Look, I kept thinking about the comedy thing, the sitcom stuff, and how we used to bag on people for being big or ugly. Future going to court now talking about stuff. She too ugly for me to fuck. But dude, you did,
and did it raw. Who's the idiot now?
Let's just count that as ignorance.
Well, let's get back. Look, I'm sorry. I had to.
No, that was a good segue.
I didn't mean to take us back to ignorance, man. Let's go back to this. This is a good topic though, because I mean, we should talk about more because we all are gentlemen who are in corporate environments.
Yeah.
About what that mask or that white people voice mean. You talking about? We got to sound all proper. You know.
Yeah.
Like we gotta work 3 times harder than the next to show that we are fit.
Yeah.
Then and the sad part is that the people who are able to just do what they want to do, they not the fit.
They are not the fit.
So I mean, like, how does in your experiences with that mask, man? What's something that you could give to that? Because it's difficult. You know what I mean? Like just putting that mask on every day and not feeling as if you can be yourself.
Yeah, I mean, it first of all, it's a lot of fatigue. You know, it's a lot of censoring yourself and a lot of things you have to hold back on. You know, and I'm not trying to take us off subject, but a lot of things and a lot of, a recent source that I've used, obviously you guys probably know, is Big Sean and the meditation and the things that he does outside of the work. So for me, man, it's important to kind of figure out, how do I release all of this energy that I have that may or may not be negative towards the mask that I have to wear every day? You know, like, where is the release? I don't want to bring that home to my wife, and it's not gonna sound like a complaint, but it's things that I don't want to burden other people with. I don't want to make a phone call to one of my brothers that's in with me here right now and say, like, I was kind of dealing with this, because I don't know what they're dealing with. And we're of the same.
Hold up, though. Let me, because we talked about this before.
Yeah, we did.
Why is it that you internalize before even being like anybody giving you that feedback? Because as family, as friends, we should be comfortable enough to say, hey, look, man, you know what I mean? Like, it's either shit or get off the pot at this point, because you call us with the same thing all the time.
Yeah.
Because I think what we do as black men, especially, is that we internalize all this shit, and really it just be us not being comfortable enough expressing that, I need somebody to lean on right now. Because you can lean on your wives, but it's different when you are able to lean on another man and be vulnerable because we be like, oh man, I ain't trying to bother them, man. They going through their own things and they busy. And honestly, sometimes the biggest thing we might need is to be able to have another man beside us and have a bitch fit. You bitch about your shit, I can bitch about my shit, and in that way, my wife ain't got to deal with me bitching about it all the time.
Facts. Nah, I mean I can respect that, but I guess what I mean by me not wanting to call one of you, because this is my circle. I mean, it is what it is. I don't want to make every interaction about my daily challenges. I'll phrase it as that. You know, I'm not trying to call you guys on every occurrence and it be about something negative that I'm going through. I want to hear about what it is that you're going through, so maybe that can be of assistance to what it is you are. So I am going to internalize it to a certain point, so that you don't see your phone ring and my name call pop up and you associate that with I need to have a certain type of mental space to have a conversation. You know what I'm saying? I'm not trying to create consistency around one topic is basically what I meant by that. Because then I never get to hear what you guys are going through, and then we never get to really have that connection because I'm always trying to feel like I'm a plant something here that I went through today. I'm gonna save it to the next time that you come forward to me, and then maybe I'll drop it then. But I don't want every interaction to be, oh, man, I had this day at work. This happened to me. My manager said this about me. Nobody wants to hear negative stuff all the time. At some point where you need positivity. And that's what I mean by that.
Well, I'm gonna tell you like I always tell you every time you say it to me, and all these conversations we've had. If anybody makes you feel like that, they really ain't your friend or your brother. Because that's what conversation is for.
Yeah.
It's for you to spawn off different types of topics, conversation. And if somebody feels like that when you call, then that's not really a person you want to call no more.
Facts.
At that point, it's
That's
like,
true.
I got to get you out of my life, because what's going to happen is if that person feels like that, then what they're going to do is they're going to tell you everything opposite of what you need to hear.
Facts.
And
or care about your well-being.
exactly,
True,
they're going to try to tell you something to set you up even further.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, and you know what I mean. I know it's kind of like you feel like that, but I think at some point you just have to kind of say, these are my friends. I'm gonna talk to them about it, and I'm gonna ask him like what's going on with them, because that's just kind of how the conversation goes. It always goes like that. And being in the corporate world is a different beast. And I know a lot of people nowadays, all of a sudden, this whole black empowerment, everybody being woke, we want to keep it real. Keeping it
real goes wrong.
Keeping it real will get your ass unemployed.
Facts.
And I know sometimes that mask can get very taxing on the body. It can be very taxing on the mental as well. But just know, if you don't like the mask that you have to wear, then I suggest you to change your mask. And that's find another position, finding something that you can do, go in another environment. Sometimes that grass isn't always green on the other side, but you have to make that determination. You won't know until you get there. And I think a lot of times people, we walk around with these masks on because we see something else, and all we got to do is just be the best version of ourselves. Yep. Everything else will take care of itself. Because quite frankly, if somebody's doing something wrong to you, as long as you do right, that karma's going to come back on them, not you. Yeah. You'll get those blessings in the long run. You'll always have the last laugh. Always.
And being able to open yourself up to somebody, even though you think they don't want to hear it, is major in a relationship. You know what I mean? Like, it's major in a relationship. Like, even if you think, oh man, I don't want to bother them with that, man. You might hear something from them that they like. You know what I mean? Like, you opening up about your struggles could be something that opens them up that they might have not ever unlocked. And that can end up helping save somebody's life, man, because it's a lot of people going through depression, all kinds of serious stuff right now, man, especially with this COVID.
Yeah, absolutely.
So you being able to just have that call might save somebody's life, man. I'm a big person watching all these shows about, like, suicide, and like, I know Joe Budden doesn't talk about that, and I swear one day I'm gonna stop talking about Joe Budden. But like, I'll be watching the Million Little Things and This Is Us, and you know what I mean, and they be having them deep conversations, stuff like topics. and it be a black person experiencing something that like anxiety, or a black person dealing with suicide thoughts, and it's something that, and the television programming that we have made by us, they don't present, and then here it is, this white production with a black person in it that actually delves into something about that.
Yeah.
I mean, because then you realize like I'm not the only one going through this, and maybe I do need to talk to somebody about going to a therapist or like venting, or like, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, that's part of the mask too, using comedy.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? That could have been a formula that Martin, whoever, used. When they couldn't get what they wanted, they had to dummy it down, or whatever the case may be. I don't really know that for sure, but that's sort of another formula to that factor. But I get that. I understand that. It's just it's tough for a person to, especially a person that wants to be independent, a person that wants to be amongst the crowd that they aspire to be. For example, we might have a person that doesn't currently have the lifestyle of the people they want to be around, and they're trying to figure out, like, I can't go to this person and the first engagement be, I'm trying to be like you, but I want you to listen to a negative story of me. So what are we saying? And I'm asking you guys, I know we all have something to share about this, but what is something that you would share to a person that wants better for themselves, not in the best situation at all, may have made some good or bad decisions along the way, and it's a long life scarring against their history? What would you say to this person to get them into the group of people who they need to be around, or they may already identify who they really need to be around, but they're trying to have this conversation and they need to get some things off? What is some things that we want to say to them? Like, how would you start that conversation? What are some things that you would say? How do you feel about it? Like, what are we saying to a person of that caliber?
I mean, honestly, I don't want to sound like the cynical person here, but you got to get some new friends, man.
Well, he's talking about speaking
Yeah,
to
so
somebody
we
that's
got some
already in the
people
lane that you want
that
to
have
get
made
to.
some bad decisions.
Yeah.
They had a group of people that they realize now,
we'll continue.
y'all ain't good for me. So I've identified a couple of brothers that I see. They don't know that I seen them making good moves, but I want to be a part of this good situation they got going on.
Just be yourself. Just be your most authentic self. Be the best version of yourself. Because what I think happens a lot of times is when you tend to end up being around people and gravitating towards people that are like you. If you continue to just be yourself, you end up falling in circles that you sometimes it's hard to even imagine the people that you would have in your circle.
Yeah,
like
true.
I growing up, I never would have thought I would have had 2, 3, 4 guys that I can kind of honestly just call at any point in time, and it's kind of like, hey man, I'm gonna bare my soul to y'all for a minute, and vice versa, and be able to accept that bearing, and then be able to just have a conversation, to be able to just kind of give them a sense of calmness, just a sense of relief, just to kind of get that off their chest. Like Bruce said earlier, we don't have that a lot as men, especially black men. We always think it's soft, but it's cool to have that. I don't think talking about your feelings is soft. What's soft is not protecting the people that need protecting as men. But to answer your question, just be yourself, man. That's the most important thing I would say.
I feel that. I mean, I would piggyback on that, because if you trying to be, I feel like this person is in a state of like reinventing themselves. You know what I'm saying? So they may go off and try to be somebody who they thought they were, now realize that was the wrong crowd. So to your point, don't take the same mindset and the things that you were doing into the new you. You know what I'm saying? Just be who you are and who you're aspiring to be, and I think you'll be fine. I bring that question up because I've identified with a couple of people that I don't like to be looked at as making all the right decisions.
Yeah.
But from afar, I guess I can, to some people, seem that way. And the first thing that I say when somebody comes in contact with me that fits this bill. You know, they may have made some bad decisions and they're trying to be a better version of them. And they feel like they see me, you know, as a manager and things of this nature. People put together conclusions. The first thing I would say to them is like, hey man, I'm no different from you. First off, you know, I am no different from you. I'm no better than you. There's some things that you can probably do better than me. I always try to be level with them to make them understand there's no me superseding you. Just because I may have a couple of more, accomplishments than you do means nothing. You know, you can get those later in life. It's not a timeline in when you should accomplish certain things. So the first thing that I would say to this type of person is like, hey man, I want you to see me as equal to you, first off, before we even start this conversation. You're not talking to somebody that has power over you. You're talking to somebody that wants to help you. You know what I'm saying? So when you come to me, and like I said, I've ran into this situation recently. I just tried to make it seem like we're equal. You know, these are some things that I've been through to kind of be relatable to them, and then let them open up to me, um, and you know, foster a relationship that way. I'm not trying to. I never want nobody to make me feel like I'm a king in the kingdom and they can't be a part of it. You know what I'm saying the people that I associate with, I feel like they're already kings in their own way. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to learn from them because I see something in them that I don't know, that I'm trying to grasp from them to become a better me. So the first thing I would do is kind of even the playing field. You know, let them know like drop all the accolades, drop all that stuff. Like I'm just like you, I'm human. You know what I'm saying? Let's start there, and then we can kind of foster a relationship from there. But there's a lot of people that have issues just kind of coming up to you and releasing that until they know that they're equal. You know what I'm saying? Because they can see where you are in life and the things that they don't have and you have it and automatically associate you with this awesome person. I'm like, dude, I made mistakes just like you.
But it's also person to person though. Some people thrive by knowing that they're equal to somebody, and other people thrive of that desire to be bigger.
That's true. Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like some people really need to have like a bar that they trying to reach.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think with it being person to person, you just gotta be yourself, man.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like with you being yourself, like letting people know that, hey, I'm just like you. I'm not a superior or anything bigger than what you can achieve. You could be bigger than me.
Mm-hmm.
For me, I'm just one of them people that like, look, I'm flawed. I'm not gonna give you my flaws.
Yeah.
I'm flawed, though. You know what I mean? And I'm gonna tell somebody that, hey, look, man, you can get to it. And these are the things you gotta, that you can look at to get to it. I'm not gonna give you the steps because the steps wasn't handed down to me neither. You know what I mean? I thrived on not having the steps in front of me.
Yeah.
I fucked up a lot. I had some lessons I had to learn.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Some people get off on that and some people don't. And they will let you then know if they get off on that and they don't.
Sure.
Because I also know what it feels like when you give somebody all the steps and then they go back and what was you saying? Like, because that either tells me you won't listen or you won't take notes. Like, I deal with that on my actual day-to-day work.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Everybody's like, they want you to write notes and documentation and all this shit. And you do all this documentation and then they come up to you, they send you a message and, hey, man, how do I do this?
Yeah.
The documentation's out there.
I gave you the blueprint. All you had to do is follow it.
And the reason why it pisses me off so much is that I had to put in the legwork to learn this shit on my own. I didn't have anybody I can go and say, hey, how I do this, how I do that.
Mm-hmm.
So if I spend my time to write this documentation, I'm looking at you like, yeah, I made it. You. It's up to you to figure it out if you want to learn it or not.
Right.
That's why when last week we said that if you want to hide something, put it in a book. It's because when I was growing up, we had the encyclopedias. My mom had my dad actually had the world book.
Mm-hmm.
We had to look that shit up. There wasn't no Google. We had to look it up in the world book. If it wasn't in the world book, couldn't find it, we had to go to the library.
Yep.
What was that about almanacs?
Yeah. Yeah. That That's real.
Hey.
That's
So
real.
like that's why I mean I kind of lean on both sides of it. Like you
Yeah.
want to help somebody, you want to try to give everybody a blueprint, but then you like just giving the blueprint is enough. So you want to look at them and say you got to learn it, you got to figure this out.
But I can respect that because people that I look up to, or not people that I look up to, people that are in a position superior to you and they come meet with you, I sense young me rudeness. But as I grow old, same thing you just said, these people have spent time trying to gain their time. Now they have time, you know what I mean? Which is the most precious thing in the world, I believe. So they're not coming to meet you and you're not prepared.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I spent a lot of time
Getting prepared
to learn where I've got to now. So I'm not going to waste time on you. And it may come off as rude, but it's just real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I done my stuff. I'm only here to help you. And if you're not here to help you, I'm going on about my time that I tried to capture years ago that I now have. There's no need for me to waste more on you if you're not ready to do what you need to do. So I can respect that too, because you can give out the blueprint all day long. They can keep coming back to you with questions. So the way you communicate it can foster that relationship in a different manner too.
Like to give some kind of insight to it, right? This podcast, for instance, we all get together and we do the podcast, right?
Mm-hmm.
I don't reach out to anybody for nothing yet. I want us to make the mistakes. I want us to get it to how we feel it. Like, it's some people out there who, like, I know Mike participates in it, who say, hey, look, if you got any questions, let me know. And, like, you ask these questions. There's a bunch of people asking these same questions. But a lot of the questions that get asked, it be the stepping stones. Like, it be the stuff they be asking, like, yeah, how do I record a podcast? How do I start? Or how do I, like, that's not the reason why they doing these questionnaires for y'all to ask these questions. They trying to get y'all to the next level. They looking for that person like us who's already started. They 38 episodes in. You know, we figured out this microphone situation. You listen to the first podcast, we was on Skype. That shit sound horrible.
Yes, sir.
You know what I mean?
The progression.
There's a reason why these luxurious voices come the way they come now. Like, we learn how to cut up these damn mics up.
Clear sounds.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, it's a reason why they don't hit an echo like we was hearing when we first did the first one when we was together.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
It takes time. It takes mistakes. It takes learning. And the thing is that the people who are in those places that can change your life, they respect that.
Yeah.
More than they respect somebody who just gonna take that hey, well, I don't know how to do any of this and I don't want to learn how to do any of this. I want you to just do it for me.
Right.
Those people got to learn the hard way.
Yeah.
I mean, let's be real. You come into a person that has done it.
Yeah.
You know, they know what it takes.
Yeah.
You can't come to them half-assing. You know what I'm saying? Because they're gonna already pick you apart and figure out what side of the fence you on.
Plus, they know how serious you are.
Exactly.
And that's probably why we lean more with the Joe Budden of the situations than we lean with the
Charlamagne.
Leonard.
Boy, I was about. Oh man, I'm glad you stopped me
because to me, like, you know what I mean, it's different when you go on the mic and the mics is already set up and ain't nobody really having to do nothing for the mics and ain't nobody having to do nothing for the voice and like you going to somebody else's studio.
All you gotta do is just show up.
Yeah,
Everything else
you
is
just show up and you just spitball.
Yep.
You know what I mean? So I feel differently when you actually have somebody that you pay on the team who's also a part of the team, like recording and editing the vocals. You got somebody recording and editing the video, and like it's different.
Yeah.
So when you asking for this money, the way you asking for this money, or you asking for this ownership, the way you're asking for this ownership, you didn't help me do any of this. I built this.
Right.
We was in the studio. I moved us out of the studio. I brought my engineer Parks on. He's a part of the team. Like, he got a mic. You know what I mean? We on tour. Like, we hot without you.
Mm-hmm.
We on fire without you, actually.
Yeah.
Independent.
But isn't that funny? I know this is a wide left field. Isn't it funny how, like, the way credit works, right?
Yeah.
People want you to have credit but not use it to
Yeah.
show that you're worthy of having the credit.
Big facts.
You know what I'm saying? It's the same thing. We want you to know that you have your stuff together so we don't have to come in and save you because we're investing money into you. So we want you to know that you got it together in the way that I feel like a company or corporation or business, small business, whatever it is, you come to the table and say, hey, I don't need none of your production. I don't need none of your team or whoever you thought you were going to need for me. No, that money needs to come to us. Like, I don't need you for editing. I don't need you for video. I don't need you for audio. None of that. I'm bringing all of that to your platform. So you need to subtract that from your end. You need to push that to my end.
Yep.
And that's the difference between, someone knowing, what it takes to actually get the full project or for someone to come in and push the buttons.
What's so flaw for us, for Black people, with business?
We tend to think everything has to be one way. Everything, it can't be one way.
And I guess the fear of like, it's sort of a piggyback, but the fear of the unknown and doing something different to think outside of the box because you haven't seen it before. You know what I'm saying? If you haven't seen something before, you're a little less, let me let somebody else try it and let them, let them drown first. And then I'll go in and I'll tweak it to where it works. You know what I'm saying? A lot of us don't want to be the forefathers of it, to take the wounds and the scars that come along with it. Although I feel, again, I can't speak to it because I don't have a lot of experience, but I feel it would be a lot more worthwhile with those wearing those scars into a boardroom to pitch whatever it is that you have to get whatever you need versus without it.
You know what I think? I got two. A failure to fail.
Yeah.
A fear of failure. I'm sorry. Let me clean it up. A fear of failure and upfront payment.
Capital. Yeah.
Because what does it matter if you get enough money to change your life? Do you change your kid's life with that money? You only change your life, right? It goes back to that Chris Rock sketch that he had when he was on, like, with the neighborhood that this basketball player live in is the same neighborhood that the white dentist. He's just a dentist. Lives there.
Yeah.
So, like, I commend people, like, for instance, all right, I'll give you some feedback, the reason why I said this. Jeff Bezos, he told his parents, like, granted, Jeff Bezos had some family that was able to give him a lot of front money. But he told them that there's a huge possibility y'all not gonna get your money back. Like, this business might fail.
Y'all might lose your house.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Jeff Bezos, the richest man in the world.
Definitely number one on the Forbes list.
I think they came, I think they got their money and some. Right?
I think they're good.
Yeah, 10 times over.
I think they're good.
But the fact was, there was no fear of failure. Like, I want to try this. I'm going to take this shot.
Yeah.
Like, how often, like, and my man Xavier said this to me, man. He's like, it'd be a lot, like, Black people like to use that saying, man, it'd be your own people. But how often are you willing to bet on your people?
We don't bet on our people till they're proven, and that's the problem.
Yeah, and I mean, at that point, do I really need you?
Yeah.
I done gone through the mud.
Yeah, I'm already out.
I done figured it out by now.
I'll take Bruce's example, and I even raise it to even our own people. I think about someone like Spike Lee, who started out in film school. His grandparents, thank God for grandparents, gave him the seed money to do She's Gotta Have It. Movie took the hell off. He said the same thing. Don't know if y'all can get y'all money back. I might not be able to pay y'all back. Now, he damn sure paid him back 10 times over.
Yeah.
But a lot of people didn't want to take a chance, but he did it on his own. He filmed that movie on his own.
Yeah.
A lot of people didn't want to give him the money or give him the time or even the space to do it. He did it on his own. And now he's able to foster his own production company. He's able to foster a lot of different talents and people and get people in position to show some different talent, showcase some different actors and actresses, and create content for us to get us to think outside of the box instead of having us always stay inside of the same box that America wants us to be in.
Or they want to do they want to be the chief advisor or some shit when they give some money up for you to do it.
Yeah.
Hey, look, I done gave my money. I can't be a silent partner. I gotta tell you, look, I don't like the way that look. That ain't it. Like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And I'm gonna share this with y'all. I wasn't gonna share it, but I'm gonna share it with y'all on this podcast. I had a conversation with somebody on Twitter. The person I've been following for a while. Me and her had a lot of conversations. She was up in arms about the whole Charlamagne thing. Said she loved it. I replied and said, I think it's trash. She goes, well, I work in this industry, so mind you not. That was her precursor to saying, I know more than you, so I'm gonna school you on this. So why don't you like it? He doesn't own anything. That's why I don't like it. You are celebrating, which is cool. Celebrate everything black. But let's be honest when we're celebrating blackness. Let's be honest when we're celebrating things when people are portraying one thing when it's really not. I'm not going to celebrate lies. I'm going to celebrate the truth. I'm not going to celebrate a guy saying, I started a podcast network. Your name is on the network. You didn't start anything.
Signed to a major.
The company that you work for that employs you, they said this is what we're going to give you. They got into an agreement with you. Because you can go out here tomorrow, touch a little girl if you want to. Your ass won't have a job.
Nick Cannon all over again.
That network that you so-called created, guess what? They're going to take it and run with it. Oh, we're not going to get Charlamagne. Let's get DJ Envy. Matter of fact, hey, Joe, how about you want to come out here and run this? So she goes on to say, so what's the value of a podcast?
I would have stopped talking right there.
You know what I told her? I said the value of a podcast depends on the person that owns it. My podcast to me is a little different than everybody else's. Y'all got people out here taking $100 every time they get an ad. That's the value that they put on their podcast. Personally, we're not taking anything less than $10,000. That's just me talking for y'all. I don't have to talk for y'all, but that's just me saying that. Because I value this podcast more than $100 per ad. That's not where I think we should be. Quite frankly, I don't really think we should take anything less than $100,000, but that's just me. That's me because I understand, and I appreciate what we're doing here. I understand the value of me because we're doing this on our own.
Hey, look, you getting them numbers, man. Come on now.
My bad. But it's just, and then she's like, well, so do you have
on the negotiation side of it all, bro?
Oh, that's all we need? No,
that's not all we need.
Hey, look, Bevel, man, come up with them numbers, Bevel.
Please, Bevel.
We're already using
Burrow Brothers.
Right.
Come on,
well, we go ahead, keep on going, man.
No, but so then she goes, well, do you have any ads? No, we don't have any ads. Why do we need ads? She goes, well, I said, first of all, we're 38 episodes in for season 2, 40 plus. We have a lot of things that we're trying to still work out. So our value technically is going to be what we place it on, and it's going to be consistency. That's how you determine value. Just because you got to name everybody on that podcast network that we just named, and I'm not going to say it anymore, it's got a name. They don't have anybody that's not on TV, anybody that's not in print, anybody that's not in a political office.
Or in a jersey.
We're three black African-American men doing our damnness to be the best individuals that we can be, and we started a podcast. There are a lot of people out here that have done that. A lot of women out here that are just two friends, sharing a bunch of drinks and laughs, having podcasts.
And the crazy part is they don't even realize that we've been doing this shit remotely. Even pre-COVID.
Yeah.
So they doing a lot of judgment on some pre-COVID. Like we was doing remote. Y'all still suck.
Y'all right beside each other.
Sitting right beside each other.
Yeah.
So one thing I despise is that we as black people always have to every single time be like, well, I know more than you, so I'm going to tell you. I get it. You work at Clear Channel. You work for iHeart. You work in the industry. That's cool. You want to protect your industry. I don't care if this is going to be a gateway to having more creators work for iHeart. More creators don't need to work for iHeart. They need to work for themselves. When are we going to get tired of selling ourselves to companies?
What's the comparison of iHeart to black media? What's the black media comparison of that?
There is none.
What's the black comparison to Fox News?
Ain't none.
What's the black comparison to Clear Channel?
Ain't none.
What's the black comparison to Spotify?
Ain't none.
Title.
Or Title, yes. But
I threw that in there as a curveball. I
I'm about
had
to
to throw
say,
one in there.
you got me.
But like seriously, like what ask you seriously got to ask yourself these questions. Like what is our comparison to that? And the thing I love about Title is that Title don't make it black radio, black streaming.
The only thing that's black is the logo.
Yeah, it's Title.
and the
And
interface.
that just so happens to be,
Yeah.
you know.
Yeah.
I don't know the inspiration behind that.
We
but
know Jay-Z own it.
Yeah.
And we know it's also owned by other artists. Other artists have entrenched their money into the platform, and it's artist owned, which is what all artists should be. And it drives me crazy how we got artists talking trash about Title.
One of these days we're gonna talk about how y'all people be so strung out about race that they be fighting against the biggest race of them all. But I ain't gonna. It's not this pod. We 2 hours in, ain't this pod.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm gonna conclude the last thing I told her. She's like, "Yeah, we need more executives." I said, "Cool, we do need more executives, but we also need more people in ownership. We need more people owning these platforms. It's cool having a vice president of a white company, but why we can't have any more owners?"
Yeah. You know, I think let's see, 7.5, almost 8 years ago, I would say I had the same mind frame as the young lady you spoke with. You know, just kind of an advocate of a company. You know, first I would say real opportunity outside of graduating college. You know, first opportunity. You know, with a company, I'm making money that I've never made before, even though it's not a lot.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I never seen that much come into my bank account. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
I'm giving this entity my all
Mm-hmm.
to continue up this corporate ladder that I now can see
Mm-hmm.
at the younger self.
Mm-hmm.
But as I spend my time, as I spend my hours, as I spend my energy into producing things for this entity, I'm now, the bringing you up to date YTD real fast. I second guess, what could I be doing if it were my name on the outside of this structure? This brick and mortar. What could I be doing had I put my same 24 hours that everybody else gets and subtract the entity, which is put my name on it?
Right.
What could I be then doing for myself, for my family, for people coming behind me, for people that wants to do the same things as me? Because I see this entity is doing things for people, not one-sided, doing things for people that are changing their lives.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So it then comes into play like, okay, what is it that I really want to do? And like, I feel like I'm already like a franchisee owner, air quotes.
Mm.
The time that I put into what I do, the things that I have to do, and I'm on call a lot. Answer the phone call, answer questions. What is my worth? What is my time worth? Actually dissecting what is your time worth. Like, I'm at home with my family. I got to stop and pause, take time away from them to give to you.
Right.
After I've already given you what you require of me per hiring, application, contract, all this stuff. I've already fulfilled my duty. Now I'm going outside of my duty to keep your entity going. And I feel like she's in, the young lady you spoke, I feel like she's in the mode of the
Fake ownership.
4 or 5 year Tyrone. because at that point, I was corporate driven. You couldn't tell me I wasn't gonna be, in a 15, 20 foot high building with my name on the door, or
Corner
whatever.
office or whatever.
Yeah. At that point, I bought into the structure that they fed me, the things, the career pipeline and all this stuff, and I was in. Give me what you got. I'm gonna knock it down. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm for you. I'm bleeding you. You tell me what you want. I'm running through a wall for you. You know what I'm saying?
For sure.
Because this was the most money, like I said, I've ever made. This was not straight out of college, a year or two after college. Because we graduated in 2008. That's another topic for another day. Had to go through a lot of career fairs, but I finally got this opportunity. And they believed in me enough that I could see, because I didn't know the overall. And it was enough for me to buy in. And, now I'm at a point where I'm like, well, like, man, what I give y'all, is the dollar figure there? Is the reaping of the benefits there? Like, am I getting the best out of the situation? And now I'm kind of rethinking that and thinking like things I can do to get my worth. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like the young lady that you spoke to is not at that point yet. She hasn't had an experience to prove her wrong, basically. And it's just like any of us. We live and die by what we are given. And a lot of times we don't have space to think outside of that thought until we're proven wrong. Because right now she's like cream of the crop. I'm pretty sure she thinks so.
Yeah.
At her office or the building that she walks into every day, she's being told like you're it. You know what I'm saying? That's why she came at you like that, because I've been there too. Like, nah, until you go to, I don't know who you work for or whatever it is or who's listening, until you go to an event. I go to a national sales meeting. National meaning any manager that runs a store is here. And when I sit in that room, it is not a small room. I now realize how big of a piece of the pie I am to this one entity.
Mm-hmm.
And I now realize
how small
what I give to this entity really means.
Mm-hmm.
And how fast I can be replaced.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying? So I just don't think she's woken up to that fact yet.
She's just, she's smart from the time I talked to her, but I just think she's wrong in this situation.
Yeah.
See what it is.
And the world is like especially the American world, part of the world, is like the Matrix.
Yeah.
Some of us take the other pill.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, for sure. Right.
And then it's not on us to argue with them.
Yeah.
Let them, they'll take it when they're ready.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Some people like working in corporate America.
Yeah. Some people like the comfortability.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, more power to her.
Yeah.
More power to her.
Well, it is what it is, bro. And I wouldn't take it personally. I don't take anything personally for people's opinions and feelings. And like, that's when you take that kind of stuff personally, that's when you look foolish.
For sure.
You know what I mean?
For sure.
To me, it's always been the biggest thing that I think about is the difference between independent and majorly backed.
Mm-hmm.
And it's not for everybody. You got some people that got they got the ability to do it. They just don't have
the drive to do
the drive, or the strength to take them lumps on the way. It's crazy that the people who do it independent, like how much we praise them, not knowing that they ain't do nothing that we couldn't do.
Until you start doing it yourself, you realize like, oh.
Yeah, like Nipsey didn't do nothing that we ain't never seen before. Like Freddie Gibbs ain't did nothing that we ain't never seen before. Like, it's plenty of examples of people who've done it independently, and they use the major for what they wanted to use, and then it's different when you can go to a major and negotiate a different way.
Because now you understand your value.
Yeah,
you know what your value is,
and they understand your value.
Facts, and they respect it because they saw what you did. Oh, you did this without us. You know what? Let's come to an agreement so we can get money together.
Yeah, it's just like anything.
Yeah.
If I got to do all the footwork, I want majority of the money. Even or the perceived footwork.
Yeah.
Because I ain't really doing nothing more than
the next person.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you think I'm doing that much more.
Some of y'all artists, man, take notes.
You know, artists, some of y'all regular workers.
Yep. Everybody.
We don't go in and negotiate our contracts, our monies.
We take what they give us.
We just happy to be in the building. We take whatever y'all want to give me.
Man, if that ain't a fact.
So, I mean, it is what it is, man. I ain't got to open everybody's eyes. I opened up 1 or 2 eyes, though. Maybe even 3. Somebody might not have an eye, so.
Oh, yeah. There's some new woke people now, I guess.
Some eyes be halfway open, so I got to give them that 1.5 eye. But, man, anything else y'all want to, we gave them a good effort, a good podcast on the first to go on the Together one, man. Anything else y'all want to touch on before we head out?
Nah, not really, man. Just, don't forget that we are in a COVID area, a COVID presence, a COVID time frame. You can feel strongly about what you believe in, but just when you're in the public and you're around people, man, do what the precautions are. You know what they are. You've heard them a million times before. I don't need to tell you again. But just protect yourself and protect your family, man.
Yeah, I echo everything Ty said, man. We just got to persevere through this time, this difficult time that we're in, and protect your energy, protect your mental, protect your physical as well. This is a trying time for everybody. There's a lot of death, a lot of confusion, a lot of unknowns surrounding us. So just make sure you center yourself and figure out what it is that you want to do next. If you don't know now is the perfect time to do so, because you have all the time in the world to sit down with your thoughts and do that. And you can do that normally too, but just do it now when you have the time, because we're being forced to. So just everybody, most important, try to become the best version of yourself. That's it.
And as always, like I like to say, man, be curious, be cautious, be carefully fearless, because this is the perfect time to do it, man. Life is short. We've seen it day to day, every day. Opportunities are limited, so build your own, make your own, and don't follow anybody's footsteps that hasn't shown that it's worth following in or supporting, because not everybody is there for us on the good side, man. So definitely be cautious of who you support. And you know how I like to say, wear your damn mask.
Please.
If y'all was wearing your mask, y'all could get together like us.
Facts.
But
y'all how we're busy on boats.
Yep, we tested and making sure we wear our masks, and yeah, we definitely doing the right things that we supposed to during this time, during this pandemic. And like I said on Twitter, I'm not gonna let this pandemic define me. I'm gonna define it, because this is a time that God told me to sit down, be still, be one with thoughts, and figure out what's the move, man. Because 2021 gonna be popping again, and I would hate for y'all to be in 2020 not to make those right decisions and right things to get ready for 2021. So wear your damn mask during 2020 and 2021. I'll see you on the outside.
It's a fact.
Mike, you want to go and close us out?
For sure, man. Thank y'all once again for listening to the Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast, episode number 38. Please follow us on all of our social media accounts. Instagram at Whiskey and Wisdom Pod, Twitter at Whiskey and Wiz, WISD1. Also, make sure you subscribe to all of our platforms. We're on YouTube, Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast, Spotify and Apple Music, Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast. And make sure you check us out on SoundCloud as well, Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast. Until next time, for the good brothers, Tyrone and Bruce, and myself, Mike, we are the Whiskey and Wisdom Podcast. Listening is learning. And again, a closed ear can't hear wisdom. Peace.
Peace.
Peace.